Rosico once
Going,
again.
everybody.
And we're going to wait to see if what kind of questions you guys got on this turnaround. It's kind of the same setting. I'm doing lures again. Marcus is at home chilling. And but I wanted to go ahead and go live once again before the weekend comes in, before we go out fishing, since last time we had a good turnaround. Figured we go live again. And Marcus has some exciting news also, which we'll probably talk about later. Let's see who's on here. If you're on here, comment real quick just so I can make sure the comments are working, guys. I always have that issue with the comments. Just comment that you're watching already. And I'm
Jose Hernandez, on that these jig heads. Yeah, it's working, man.
Jose Hernandez. I don't think you've ordered any jig heads. I don't have any jig heads online.
Gustavo Castro, hello. Oliva's pimp. What's up, fellas? Of course, Marco's back. What is up? What is up, guys?
Yeah, we're gonna be doing kind of the same thing as last time, guys. I'm doing some lures. I'm almost out of plastic. I do get some plastic tomorrow, so I kind of wanted to shoot just whatever I have left. And this is literally all I have left right now, which is about maybe less than a quarter of a gallon, plus this cup right here. And what I'm actually going to be shooting on this while we're on this live, bro, is a lure or a color of lure that's been asked a lot in the previous videos. Can you remember which one that is or no?
Me? Because, I mean, there's only one lure that I know of that's freaking taking all the freaking packs off the freaking shelves. Everyone's talking about it. And that is the Steph Cosmo.
But remember what they asked for in the last couple of videos? They wanted that same lure with a different color tail.
Oh, yeah. I think someone asked you, actually, you were going to keep on continuing that production, that yellow tail. I'm sorry, that pink tail.
They wanted with a pink tail.
That's right.
So I'm going to be doing the Cosmo with a pink tail. I'm going to do as many packages as I can get out of that color specifically right now during the live while I run out of plastic. But it's going to have a twist. And I'm going to show you what that is in a second here. So I'm shooting the pink tails right now as we speak. Let me show them. Man, I didn't want a regular pink, so I went with like a really aggressive. It's not translucent or anything like that, so it's gonna look a lot more better on the. This is the original. Let me show you the original. Hold on. The original pink was kind of like this. You see how it's translucent?
Yep.
And I wanted something that was gonna be like not translucent, so it really pops. So this is the pink that we're gonna go with on this one. And what this is, it's
yeah,
white, but it's gonna glow super yellow green. So it's gonna be a Cosmo with a pink tail. It's also gonna glow bright green. The original Cosmo doesn't glow at all. This one's gonna be glowing for anybody that fishes the lights, and I'm gonna show you exactly what that looks like in a bit here.
Bro, we are now hitting Ceph lures at night, bro. This is about to be crazy, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Cosmo with the pink tail, but it's gonna be a glowing Cosmo, and it's gonna glow bright yellow green. For those of you guys that have been asking for it, it's not gonna be the Fruity Pebbles, Brian, because that's a headache, bro. but they are gonna be in pink tails.
What is up, guys? We talk about production here real quick. We have Louis 956 Fishings in the house. Fishing with Leo is up and about. JP Fishing's here. Jose Hernandez is already saying, count me in for 5 packs. I'll cash app that money right now as we speak, man. That's awesome.
Hey, what's up? Fishing with Leo. Leo's the other YouTuber that has a channel. does a lot of land-based fishing.
Mhm.
That he's the one that I'm hoping one day we can collaborate with.
Dude, fishing with Leo, man. I saw this guy kill it on redfish the other day. I think he also had some flounder, man. This guy's killing it on land base. I think they were at the Arroyo or San Martin, one of those. I'm sorry,
No,
San Martin.
they were at Game and Bridge.
Gaiman, man, dude, that guy killed it.
Yeah, Game and Bridge. I don't go there because I'm not gay.
Just a man.
Just kidding. Let's see what else we got. Jose Hernandez come in for 5 packs. That's the one that you just read right now. I'm gonna shoot him right now, bro. So as soon as I finish, you can cash at me, and then send me your address through Facebook or email or something, or you can't put it on the Cash App. Message me through Facebook or something, and then I'll mail them to you tomorrow. I'm gonna be mailing everything tomorrow. All the orders that came in on this past weekend or Monday, whenever it was, Sunday, I'm shipping them out tomorrow. Just so you guys know.
Nice.
I was out of plastic, so I was able to kind of get and shoot the extra. Remember, we were gonna give out 3 free packs of lures with those orders,
right?
I had to make sure I had enough for everybody.
Okay.
So we're gonna get this one done right now, and then I might even throw some of these in those part of those free lures.
Nice. Guys, as y'all are tuning in, this is Hugo of Ceph Fishing, and I'm Marcus of Kayak Losico. We are in production again with Ceph Lures, man. Ceph Lures Cosmo with a really bright pink tail, man. This is going to be awesome for everyone wanting to hit the lights. They're also going to be glowing. So production is a little bit different, but always on the up and up here at Ceph Fishing, man.
Yes, sir. Back in the garage.
Jeez, man. And so for everyone also tuning in, we're going to be looking at sunny skies this weekend, man. Sunny skies, beautiful weather. So whether you're a kayaker, a boater, a land-based fisherman, gigger, whatever you do, are you going to be going out this weekend? If so, where are you headed to? What are you going to be using, and what species rather are you going to target?
Yeah. Speaking of which, I know that there's a gentleman at what's it called, South Texas Maniacs, that was asking kayakers if they want to be out there. So people out.
Nice.
I don't know if we're going to be fishing Saturday just yet, but we'll figure it out from here to then. I gotta check the conditions. I gotta see where to go, things like that.
Man, that's cool. I know my fishing journey for this weekend actually starts tomorrow. I'm going to be going with my wife to the pier. I'll probably put her on a popping cord with some live shrimp. I'll probably be on the bottom with my favorite lures. Friday, I'll be fishing at the Arroyo, the night lights with Louis 956 Fishing. And as far as Saturday, Sunday goes, still not too sure. Sunday, I'll probably be on the boat with my dad. Not too sure about Saturday.
Friday, I'm supposed to be wade fishing in Port Mansfield.
Nice.
I think. I'm going to be going with Captain Noe, and then Saturday is when I start my kayaking. I still got to check my drive, though. The last time my drive was acting kind of funny. I haven't even inspected it yet, so I'm probably going to do that when I finish here. I got to inspect the drive on the kayak so I don't stay stranded out there.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, Jose. Wait, what? He says I make you stickers. Selby's the one that makes me stickers.
Wow.
Unless you give me wrong names, bro. Unless you give me wrong names.
How you gonna do Jose Hernandez like that, Hugo?
I know. Well, I mean, I know. If it's the same person that makes my stickers on Facebook, he goes by Selby or Shelby.
Okay.
So if he's got fake names, hey, that's not on me. But I am gonna make jig heads. I made some jig heads for Captain George recently. The only hooks I have right now are size 2-aught for the smaller jigs. I need to order more jigs so I can make the quarter jigs. So I'll probably do that this weekend. Making jig heads is a pain in the ass, dude. But I'll definitely get going on those because I know people really like those jig heads.
Yeah, man. For everyone asking, no, Hugo's okay. He hasn't been hit by lead exposure yet. So as far as we can tell, his swimmers are still swimming. He's keeping it safe. And JP Fishing is going out this weekend. He's going to the Arroyo Fishing, the pier, under some lights, man. JP Fishing went Monday night, 20s and up, man. So 20-inch trout and up. Good job, man. Congratulations on your success out there, bro. That's freaking awesome.
Did you fish the on a kayak, JP, or did you go fish the piers? I'm kind of curious because unless you fish like a private pier, because I haven't really seen like big trouts coming out on at the park pier.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a private pier or a kayak, I can see how you definitely caught some 20s out there.
Mm-hmm.
And if so, send me the location.
Yeah, he goes on the pier lights at the park, man.
Oh, wow. That's crazy, dude. I've never seen them that big out there when I've gone out there. It's always like freaking 13, 14-inch trouts. They must have been going in and out. What's up, official face Salava? Official face lava. I forget his name, how to pronounce it.
I think it's Face Lava.
Face lava. Yes, sir. What's up, bro?
Marco goes, Seth, are the SPI convention lights always on during the weekends?
Which ones?
SPI convention lights?
SPI convention lights. Which ones are those?
SPI convention lights. Convention center lights, maybe? Huh.
There's no lights at the convention center, though.
Yeah, there's only.
You're talking about if you're referring to the lights across the bank in South Padre Island, they're always on. They're always on. Oh no, I was almost overcooking this pink right here.
Bro. Huh. Official Face Lava goes South Padre Island convention lights, huh?
Yeah, think, there's no lights there.
Google, 2 people have said that you're coming in and out on feedback. I'm seeing you just fine. Okay, now I see what's going on. Kind of glitches a little bit. And guys, these are the downsides of dealing with the exposures, man. Look at that. Oh, that's fumes, bro. Dealing with all these chemicals, man. So if you ever stay up about 10 years from now, y'all are going to be up at 3 a.m. with your kids looking at TV, and you're going to see that commercial saying, if you or a loved one have ever made lures and have developed some weird, fingernails growing out your back, that's going to be my buddy Seth Google of Seth Fishing, bro. But hey, he does what he does for us, man.
No, I just turned on the fan right now too, so I can blow it out.
Yeah.
It's because I think I was overheating it up, so it ended up being a little brown, so I put more color in it. Mm-hmm. So I put it back to its normal color.
Hey, that's a good question. So official lava goes, during the new moon, where is a good spot to fish, either black drum or red drum? So during the new moon.
During the new moon, where is a good spot to fish, either black drum or red drum? Oh, I think he means for black drum or red drum. I don't know. It depends. Like if you're gonna fish at night or you're gonna fish in the morning. Because if you're gonna fish at night, you're definitely gonna want to hit up deeper waters. Sometimes, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this. I'm not a professional fisherman, but I want to say when there's a lot of when the full moon is at its peak, when it's full, it creates a lot of pressure. So you want to be in that deeper water. The fish are they're not in the feet or more. But a lot of times, whenever there's a new moon, what I do know is when there is a full moon, these fish, they get super active at night on lights. That I do know.
Nice. So that's going to be the new moon. So new moon, obviously, it's going to be very dark. Fishing the deeper waters, so maybe just on the outside of the channels. Maybe perhaps hit the lights by SPI, where you can have the luxury of hitting the lights and that little bit of deeper water by those channels.
Yeah, the jetties is definitely a good area. I wouldn't say 8 to 9. I would say more like around 6:30. You want to be out there before sunrise. Right when that sun is peaking, you should already be throwing your lines in. Usually, from what I've seen in the mornings, the bite is on between like 6:30 till like 10:30 a.m. and then it kind of starts to die out. So you definitely want to be out there and have enough time within that window so you can maximize on your catches.
Nice, bro. Marco, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Marco with the South Texas kayaking boys. He said he might go out this Friday with the guys to hit the green lights at the convention center, then fish the morning with some dead bait and crabs. Good, man. Y'all are gonna have a full freaking day, man. Not bad at all.
They're gonna pull an all-nighter? That's crazy.
Hey, bro. Do what you gotta do, man.
I've seen guys do that at Arroyo. They'll fish the lights around 3 in the morning. They'll get there, fish the lights. Once it's like 6 a.m., they load the catch back up and they head out to South Padre Island and they fish the morning over there.
That's crazy, dude.
So I've definitely seen that before.
Man, I'm not gonna say it's something I wouldn't do. In fact, just because you said it's gonna be something I probably do. So thank you for that.
Yeah. You never know, man.
Huh.
Definitely got to take some sandwiches with you.
Yeah, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with little PB&J action.
Some PBs.
Raul Sainz is in the chat. He's headed to Port Mansfield tomorrow early morning, asking what kind of lures do you recommend. He'll be there about 5:30 to 6 a.m.
He's gonna be there about around 5:30. White lures for sure. I've noticed a lot of action over there with white lures, green lures, like light green, kind of like this one. Watch. Like a lime green, something like that. This is a neoline. Any type of bright color, but I mean, I've also seen a lot of people do good with red and white lures. The famous Sassy Ruby.
Oh man, I love Ruby.
All the videos that I've done in Port Mansfield, myself, have all been with the Cosmo or pink lure, which is the Trout Slayer. The pink lure does really well as well. So I'd go with those kind of colors: white, pink, green. But I don't know, man. Port Mansfield is crazy. It also depends on the clarity of water, because if you're gonna fish deep water for trout, like over there by the weather station, you can definitely do some damage with some red and white, the green, or so. And if you're gonna fish shallow water, then you might get away with the same colors actually.
You know, I was gonna ask Raul, are you gonna be on a kayak tomorrow? Also, what are the winds looking like? What are the tides looking at? Are you gonna be high tide, low tide? What are the conditions looking like tomorrow at Port Mansfield, man? He's gonna be at the North Pier. Nice, Raul. Hopefully you get some flounder on the bottom as well, man.
I've never fished there before, to be honest with you. I've never gone to the pier in Port Mansfield.
Really? It's a good place, bro. It's a really good place. Sometimes you get lucky. You have a little freaking flounder spot, which isn't so bad. The occasional redfish that swims by there. Raul Sainz says it'll be 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. Hey, man, if it blows, we goes, man. That's awesome, bro.
That's not bad. Is it coming from the south, north, east, or west? Because that's also very important, guys. If the winds are blowing from the east, stay home.
No, that's not what I want to hear. Tell him what you told me, man.
Yeah, winds from the east, you catch the least.
Heard it there first, guys. Winds from the east,
So,
you catch the least.
winds from the west, you catch the best. That's how it works, man.
Give my guy Raul some good luck here, man. It's going to be coming from the northeast.
And that should be a good wins right there, bro. So you should have some good luck with that for sure.
Mr. Victor's in the chat saying Cosmo with pink tail, fire emoji. Thank you for joining in, Victor. And absolutely, man, we were just talking about this Cosmo. As if the Cosmo wasn't hard enough to get as it is, guys, this guy's throwing in a pink tail on the freaking Cosmo. At this point, Texas Parks and Wildlife is currently investigating to see if it's legal. But we're going to continue with production, man. These things are on fire. They're hot. The trout want them. The red just want to get right next to them, man. So the Cosmo with the pink tail is currently in production as we speak. That's what y'all are seeing him do right now.
We're going to sign an NDA. Make sure we don't get sued.
Right. So if there's any attorneys in the chat, hey man, hit us up, man. Hit us up.
Yeah, definitely it's gonna be a game changer, I think, for a lot of guys that want something a little different. I know that Cosmo is just a kind of like a white lure with the red flake, and even though it's doing well, this one's gonna have just a little bit of character to it. So I think that's why they're really gonna enjoy it, and it's gonna glow in the dark. This one's gonna glow in the dark. So I'm kind of curious to see how it's gonna look like here in a second. I don't know how strong the pigment is as far as how white it's gonna look. If it's gonna be translucent or if it's gonna be a very thick white like the original one. So we're gonna find out here in a second. And if I can get away with putting some white paint in it to make it a little bit thicker, I'll do it as long as it doesn't overtake the glow. But I'll mess with it right now in a second.
Nice. So is that all that to say that on this live stream, you're doing this, the Ceph Cosmo with the pink tail, with the glow for the first time? That is crazy, guys.
I'm trying to do as many as I can so that way I can shoot as many packs as I can. But shooting the tails, since I don't have a lot of tail modes, I only have one. It shoots 10 tails at a time. So probably the next 2-3 weeks, I'm going to order probably 3 or 4 more of those blocks so I can shoot like 40, 50 tails at once.
Wow.
Instead of doing 10 at a time. If I can do that, I'll do a lot more lures with a different color tail. It's just that I only have one block. It takes me a lot longer because I'm just waiting for it to cure, taking it out, waiting for it to cure, taking it out. And if I had like 5 of those things, I'll bang it out within like freaking 10 minutes and I'm done. I'll have like a good 200-300 tails.
Damn, son. And remind me, so each pack comes with 5 lures, correct?
6.
6, that's right.
Yeah, they were originally coming out with 5. So you're still going to see some packages out there with 5. Originally. But since kind of when I started, guys, I wanted to do 5 because that's what everybody else was doing. But most companies, at least, they're doing 5 lures. And I kind of wanted to stay within that same range. But as I kind of started progressing and keeping the lures exclusive to certain stores and not going all over the place, I feel like I have the time and I can afford it in putting 6 per package instead. Taking a little bit of a loss is not a big deal. And also, they're not really big lures. So I put 6 of them just so it gives you an extra one just in case you run out, or in some cases, some of these people, some of the clients like Brian, he has a tendency of giving them out to people. So like promoting them and stuff like that. So if you have 6, at least you have 1 more.
Right. And you know what's crazy about these lures, guys, is kind of like, I've used Gulp a lot in the past, and when you use them, they kind of shrivel up. What I think is so weird about these Ceph lures, and you told me that they shrivel up, but in my experience, they're not. I've gone as far as sticking my Ceph lures back in the package using an already used lure, which really frowned upon, and I've used it again, and I'm catching the same way. So on the production side of things, outstanding quality, quantity, and I think you're getting bang for your buck.
Yeah, for sure. The plastic is great. all the plasticel that I use is by Dead On Plastics, and it is a saltwater blend, so it's a hard plastic. Hard as they make, at least, unless I make it even harder by putting like an additive, but I don't want to do that because it's going to make it really hard.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I've used one lure by itself like for an entire day, and there's going to be occasional trouble that happens with every lure, but for the most part, I can. So the durability is definitely there. If you're running out of lures really fast in one outing, it's probably because you're either getting snagged or you have a lot of pinfish in the area. And those pinfish, let me tell you, man, they're like little piranhas. They will rip anything. So other than that, I mean, there's no reason why a pack of lures shouldn't last you at least a good 2 outings, in my opinion.
Yeah. And that is true, man. You know what's so crazy, guys? I dropped a video at Kayak Los Seco on my YouTube channel. I was fishing with Ugo here from Steph Fishing, and that whole trip, I was able to limit out on trout plus all on one Cosmo lure. It was the craziest thing, man. Using and utilizing the Steph Fishing jig head and the Cosmo, and all it took was one, guys. It was kind of surreal in the moment, but it goes to show what one pack can get you. Obviously, all the colors are amazing, but there's just something about this Cosmo right now, guys, that the trout are just killing, man.
And you'll see the jig head also that I gave you, the V-Lock. That's the one that I sell. You'll see that one as well. If you take care of that jig head, not necessarily take care of it, or anything like that, because I for the most part, guys, my jig heads use the same jig head, the same exact one, probably for like that one's not painted. That was a regular one, but the ones that I sell that are already painted, I'll show you here in a second. If you guys haven't seen them before, I use the same jig head for like a whole month.
Guys, if you can check this out, the only thing that's rusting here, if anything, is going to be my swivel. But I use this limited out on this jig head. This is the Ceph jig head, actually one of many. It has some action so that your lure stays pretty straight, while the actual hook kind of gives and bends. So you have all the action that you can on that lure. Your hook has performance, kind of like a J hook at the end, and you're actually hooking onto these trout quite awesome. And with the size of these lures, we're talking about 3 inches. So when they're attacking, they're not going to attack the tail. They're going to go straight for the hook. And that's why you'll never really, for the most part at least, it'll happen so often. But for the most part, you're not going to have your tails taken. They're going to go right for the hook on this jig head and lure action.
Yeah, the V-Lock. The reason why I stayed with the V-Lock and the jig heads, guys, is because that V-Lock is a little bit lower profile than your typical J hook. I might have an example here. Let me see if I have one here so I can show you what I'm talking about. And it really helps get that hook up on the fish without losing them. Hold on, I know I have some hooks here.
Crazy, man. Guys, as he's doing that again, these jig heads, one of the cool thing about the product is you're not outsourcing. So I thought he was outsourcing, as many companies do, but he makes them right from his garage with lead, straight up lead, the hooks he gets himself. And this is a homegrown product right from his freaking garage, man. It worked for me. Obviously, we limited out. Both of us did. So we had 20 fillets to work with. Our bellies are full. Our sartens are cooking, man, just off these lures and off this freaking jig head. So really awesome night, bro. It was about 5 miles per hour winds at the Arroyo under the lights, man. Really good night.
Yeah, so let me show you the difference. These were the original J hooks. Your typical, jig head is going to have this J hook, which is fine. It works just fine. But with the V-Lock, which is this one here, which is the one that I sell, it's offset. So no matter where it's at in the fish's mouth, it's going to hook immediately. This one's going to hook more or less when it's coming out versus when it's in its mouth already. And the V-Lock, it's really hard to compare it. But I don't know if I can see it there, but you can see it sits lower than the J hook right there. Let me see if I can put it straight.
Yeah, that's a good photo.
trying to get it, but it's hard to show. But the V-lock sits underneath the I guess more straight and lower profile than the J hook, so it's easier for the fish to grab it versus this one. In my opinion, from what I've seen, it's really hard for them to shake off the V-lock when I have them hooked. Unless you set the hook too hard, then you just rip it out of his mouth.
Crazy, man. So yeah, Brian Huerta said, Jose, I guess, bro, I had 6 packs of Ceph lures, left the pier with only 2 packs, but I mean, it's all good, brother. It's part of the show. And of course, he shared his lures with others that he found on the pier. So, man, that's just goes to show what the community does with each other, man. We all fish the same waters, and we all kind of share these packs and kind of get the word out about what lures can do, man. That's just good on your part. So, shout out to Brian Huerta for doing that on the pier, man.
Yeah, he still has to come pick up his Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, bro, because if you don't pick them up, I will. So you better get them, man.
Yeah, just hit me up, Brian. I know you're in Harlingen, I think. So see if you can come my way one day and pick up these lures so you can test them out, and then I'll give you some other packs, whatever I have here, so that way you can test some new colors. Because I have a couple of other colors that work really well in the lights, but I know that not a lot of the shops have them, so I got to work on filling them out. And just to give you guys a heads up, for those of you guys in Hidalgo, I did reach out to a store earlier today in that area. They haven't reached back. They haven't. If they are, you guys will be able to get them over there in that area.
Awesome, man.
So definitely keep you guys posted. I think I got a message a little bit ago. I'll check on my iPad. Maybe that was them. That way you guys can have access to them. And I know the guys. I won't mention his name yet, but the shop owner is a good guy as well, and he's got a lot of following. So should be a good location.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So that's right, guys. These Cosmo and of course the other colors too will be coming to a store near you here in Hidalgo County, including that crazy sassy ruby that I tend to like really well. Jose Hernandez says the chamoy works good for flounder. Awesome, brother. Congratulations on that.
Okay, so I know who Jose is now. That's Shelby, but he has a fake name on here or something. I don't know.
Not no more, bro.
Yeah, I'll get you some jig heads, bro. You gotta hit me up when I have them. When I get some new hooks, I'll message you so you can reach out to me, and I'll get you some packs of jig heads.
Jeez, bro. Pobre Jose, bro. This guy was in witness protection. Now you got to call out his real name. Kayak Losico.
That's probably what it was, right?
Damn, bro. We got to do my boy like that.
That's what it was. They call me 6'9". I'll snitch on these people.
Blocked and reported, bro. Brian Huerta, Marcus Ceph, when are you guys going to get again? Got to go test the yak to see what accessories yeah, man. Really, I have a pretty stacked week, guys. Starting off with my wife tomorrow. I'm gonna hit the pier most likely with my wife. She loves using live stream, getting that trout action going on. And of course, Friday I will be hitting the water with Louis 956 Fishing. I'm excited for that. Really good guy. Make sure you follow his channel. Name is Mark. Guy I'm talking about is Louis, buddy Louis of 956 Fishing. Gonna hit the lights on Friday night. Awesome, brother.
You going to Arroyo or what?
Yeah, bro. A good buddy of mine showed some spots there at the Arroyo under some lights. You might know him. You might recall him.
Yeah. I'm gonna contact the homeowners and tell them not to let you in.
Yeah, they're gonna be off their lights when I start rolling in, bro.
To turn off the lights.
Yeah, bro. Guys, and that's part of fishing, guys. I'm actually glad you brought that up. So as we were kind of fishing the lights, guys, there were a few owners that were kind of turning off the lights on us. But hey, man, to each their own. You have paying customers that go to these rental cabins. Sometimes they want their privacy, and as fishermen or kayak fishers, specifically, we've got to respect that. got to respect that some of these guys don't even want to fish. They're here for the scenery. So, what do? We keep on trucking. We go to the next lights, and we try to do our best, right? So it's all part of the game of fishing. It's all part of giving back to the community and being respectful of those that may not be chasing tight lines and those that are.
Yeah, but I'm trying to log into my Facebook here so I can see who messaged me because it might have been the shop.
I hope so, man. That'll be a huge game changer, bro. From having the lures online in Cameron County, right? Now in Hidalgo County, it's gonna be huge, bro.
Yeah, I haven't been over there before, so it would be interesting. Let me see if I can. I'm supposed to get a message.
I hope it happens tonight, bro. Let them know you're live.
Yeah, we'll let them know in a second here. Let me see if I get the text. I'm trying to log into my Facebook, but since I've never logged into this iPad, it's
Yeah.
making me answer all these questions.
All right, going through the chat. Brian, let me know if I can go. Yeah, bro, I'll definitely hit you up, Brian. I think you got your new kayak, man. So congratulations on that, guys. So I think Brian was the guy who said that if he caught a keeper redfish, I would be giving him my old kayak. He pressed the trigger, so therefore, deal that's on the table. So congratulations, Brian, on your new kayak. Let's see here.
I think he said he was trying to sell it now.
Yeah, right. So I think he's trying to go to a pedal. He just bought it. I was telling him, hey man, you got a kayak? Get some fish right. Give it like a month or two. Get your stability going. Get your spots going. Get your groove, and move on up. Just get that kayak in the water, bro. To here. So King Storm is online, guys. What's up, Seth? Jigs automatic hook set. Yeah, bro. These jigs are freaking crazy, bro. The action on them, the mechanics behind it, it's just next level, bro. Plus, they are made here in Texas and in the Rio Grande Valley, bro. So when you're shopping here, you're shopping local and with confidence, man. Check these guys out.
I'm trying to log. Hold on, guys.
You're trying to log in. You're trying to lock the car, bro, because that's
no,
working.
That's the neighbor.
Awesome, guys. So we have a few guys in the chat there. We're gonna go to Port Mansfield, the Arroyo. Where else are y'all guys going, man? Let's see here, Louis. What lures are you gonna be using on Friday, man? Louis, if you're still in the chat, let me know exactly what lure you're gonna be using. Where why are you gonna be using it? Why you think that's gonna be a good option? Let me know exactly what your game plan is on Friday, Louis.
I don't know. My email is asking me if I reset my password.
Now you got to get your password reset. Text.
No, I already did it, but it's asking to make sure that it was me, I guess.
Gotcha. For everybody just joining the stream, hello, howdy, bienvenidos a todos. We are here live with Hugo of Set Fishing, and my name is Marcus Garcia with Kayak Los Seagull. We are currently in production with the Cosmo, utilizing a pink tail that is now going to be glow in the dark, and hopefully soon coming to a tackle shop near you in Hidalgo County. Brian, I'm down to land that redstone. Yeah, bro. I'd love to get you on that redfish, bro. Definitely want to get you on the redfish. It'll probably happen mostly during the day if it's with me. But of course, seeing a few videos that Hugo's been dropping, he had a huge trout he caught just about a month ago, and that came with a huge red as well. Keep her fish, guys. He's throwing back in the water, being courteous to all of you to catch at a later time, man. So who knows? It's gonna happen Friday, bro.
The one that messaged me was Selby, aka Jose. That's what it was.
Yeah, bro. He's making sure you're
anything, but he didn't send a payment. That's why he didn't get his jig heads.
Hey, man, no one is safe tonight. Welcome to the roast, Mr. Jose Hernandez. Feeling bad for you, brother.
Nah, he's a good. He's actually his wife does my she does my the labels for my Seth lures. She's the one that does these labels right here.
Oh, that is so cool, bro.
Yeah, they gave me a good deal, so
that is
it's
awesome.
crazy. You get to meet all kinds of people on YouTube. I mean, if you need a lawyer, if you need any kind of anybody from any kind of industry, you'll definitely find them on this web on YouTube, and it's pretty badass. I think that YouTube is a really good social media platform that also allows you to meet crazy people in crazy places.
Yeah.
So PS Tackle 212 Coast to Coast Lures. Hey, shout out to Coast to Coast Lures. Didn't you just become a pro staff with them?
So, guys, check it out. As of today, Kayak Los Seco, of course, myself, Marcus Garcia of Kayak Los Seco. I am now sponsored by Coast to Coast Lures. I'm going to be joining my buddy Louis 956 Fishing with Coast to Coast Lures. Also going to be, I guess to get a quick rundown here, Kayak Los Seco. We've been fishing for quite a long time, and of course, we've, I guess, formed and utilized ourselves to, I guess, bigger pastures by going official as of January 1st of this year. Kayak Los Seco sponsored by sponsored by Coast to Coast Lures, and now pretty soon, sounds like we're going to be making some contact with Texas-made lures, guys. So it's been a great journey. Of course, I do want to thank Hugo of Set Fishing for the conversations, the fishing, the laughs, the knowledge gained, and of course for being a good person to look up to while on the water, guys. So kind of piggybacking off the last conversation we had, a lot of guys were saying, "Man, sometimes Google, great guy I've met. He's honest, he's loyal, and he's very transparent with the spots and with his business. So if he feels like something's going to work, he'll push you to it. If not, he won't. It all started with me just taking that, that leap of faith, meeting him a few times, and of course going forward from there and fishing with him, guys. So definitely want to Google of Set Fishing for all of this, guys. And of course, I hope you all join me on my Facebook page, Kayak Los Seco. That's the word kayak, Losico. And on YouTube, Kayak Los Seco as well. Probably drop a comment here on this video. And Louie, I can't wait to see you on Friday, bro, as we try those coast to coast lures and those Seth Lure Cosmos again. And I'm addicted.
So give me a little bit of a backstory on Coast to Coast. You mentioned that earlier to me, but I hadn't heard of them yet. I did see the website and I saw the lures. They have some nice colors in there. Do you know anything about them as far as the backstory, or is Louis 956 also? I'm confused. Or
Yeah.
are you guys just gonna go use them? I don't know if I made any sense.
Okay, sorry about that. Had a quick text. Okay, so Captain Abel Esparza, Abel Esparza here in the Rio Grande.
The owner?
He is the owner of Coast to Coast Lures, guys. He's also a veteran. So while he did his tours and while he was here locally in the United States, he spent his time fishing the fresh waters up north, and he's act for doing it. While chartering, he actually utilized AM fishing lures, and he was actually sponsored for them for quite a bit. Well, he went on to make his own lures, man, freshwater and saltwater, all the way to the point where last year Coast to Coast Lures was the winner of the 2023 Dargle Tournament at South Padre Island, Texas, man. It looks like a kind of gold pinkish colored lure that he has online. He calls it the tournament winner for good reasons, man. So Coast to Coast took over the show at the Dargle Tournament last year, and that's our guy at Coast to Coast, man.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
So
I had never heard of them before, but I like their lures. They're nice. I like the tail.
It's a different spin on lures. You'll see that the body's a little thicker and of course the tail's a little shorter, but the paddle action is still there. So same kind of thing where we don't want trout stealing our tails. Well, he made it a little shorter so you get right to the hook immediately and keep using that same lure. Same setup, 6 lures per pack, and he's got plenty of colors, man. So the way I see it, he's got this purple jam color that I'm going to use for redfish. I'm going to be using the Cosmo for trout and redfish, and we're killing it from here on out, man.
You also got to use the red one that you were using the first time I met you.
Oh, that freaking sassy ruby, bro.
Yeah, I'll see if I can. I mean, I have some already done here that are all red, but it would be cool if you were using the red and yellow. The difference is just the tail. Let me see if I can show you.
Okay.
So this is the one that you were using, which is just the red. Now, red itself is good, but this is the one that people have been using, or the ones that they got orders on last time, red and yellow. But they're both good. I mean, it's the same thing. I think that I don't know if the chartreuse tail really makes a difference, in my opinion. I really don't know. I'm not a freaking marineologist or whatever they are, but I feel like a red lure is a red lure. But the yellowtail, I mean, I don't know. It might be more for the fisherman than it is for the fish, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
Hey man, well, it was good action all the way around, guys. So for reference, I was there chucking, mullet, having a good old time, not catching much till Seth set up. So trout after trout, man, it's freaking awesome, and not too far away either. We were just north of the Cosmo. So if you have a kayak, great. For Brian, if you're about to start your kayaking journey, you're kind of wary about, man, I want to try my kayak. It's my first time though, kind of nervous. Great. Go north Causeway or behind the convention center where it's not deep at all. These red lures, they have good action. They're dark, but yet they have that glitter in them to attract that trout. So I would definitely recommend that red lure. For first-time kayakers behind the convention center, doesn't get too deep. Brian, I think you'll have a great opportunity to limit out there on the right day, on the right conditions, man.
Yeah, the convention center or anywhere in the island around that area, the Bay Area, is usually relatively calm. So you're safe. Stay in the shallow water. Test out the kayak. If you're in about 1 feet or 2 feet of water, try moving it aside. If it's a kayak, you can stand on it. Try standing on it. Kind of get your we call them Hobie legs, but if you don't have a Hobie in a regular kayak, you want to get that feel because it's kind of like it's kind of like being on a boat, but since it's so small, your balance is everything.
Yeah.
You have to kind of get your muscle memory kind of used to that weird motion. Otherwise, if you're not used to it and you step more on one side or you put more weight on one leg, it's gonna get tippy. And if you don't know how to react, you're gonna go overboard.
Yeah.
So I would get like in a 1 foot, 2 feet of water. Make sure your gear is tied down, or maybe launch in the Bay Area without your gear first. And like I said, play around with the kayak right before you put your gear in it. In case you flip it over, there's nothing on it. You don't have to worry about losing your gear or anything like that. That's what I would say first.
Awesome, man. So, Brian, hopefully you took some notes on, man. That's a really good opportunity, really good skill for you to utilize out there. And I wish you well. I'm so happy that you exciting time for you. I don't think life's about to hit you until you're on that kayak and then you hook up to no matter what it is. As long as you start hooking up on that kayak, bro, real life's gonna hit you and you're gonna get that sensation of, man, I did. Congratulations for you taking that leap of faith on that kayak, bro. At the end of the day, we're all fishing the same waters, and as long as you have some type of vessel out there, you're part of our community. So, shout out to Brian Huerta. Official Face Lava, proud of you for finishing up your shower. Thank you for announcing. But you also, how far down are you supposed to drop the jig with the lure into the water so you start jigging? I'm going to go ahead and take one out of Hugo's book. So it kind of depends on the water. If you're fishing that deeper water, it's nighttime and it's cold water, really the temperature. If you've got that cold water action and the trout are kind of stunned, you might want to let that sink all the way to the bottom, give it about 4 to 5 seconds, and then perhaps try a slow retrieve. If not, try a thud thud, thud thud. I tried both on my last video on Kayak with Sequel, and dude, they were killing it, dude. It all kind of depends on the condition. What do you think, Will?
Yeah, right now the water should be kind of back to normal, more or less. It's not too cold right now. I haven't been out there in quite a bit since the last time we went out, but with the sun kind of and all that good stuff, I think the water temperature right now should probably be somewhere around 68, 65 degrees. So right now you can definitely get away with fishing shallow. The captain that I'm going with on Friday, Captain Novi, said that right now the fish have been stacked up on the north side of Arroyo. Just in case you guys are going to be out there on the boat, might want to take note of that. I won't give you the exact location because again, it is a captain. I want to respect his locations, but he did say the north of Arroyo that they've been stacked up there lately. So he has a feeling that they're really going to be out there this Friday, as they have been the past week. We are going to go wade fishing, but anytime you're fishing shallow water, deep water, you want to keep an eye on the bottom to see if there's grass bottoms. If you're looking for trout, if you're looking for redfish, mud bottom is good. Structure, any kind of structure is good. Flounder. But the original question was as far as how far should you let the jig drop? It depends on the water depth. So if it's 3 feet, obviously you're not gonna let it drop all the way down. You're gonna want to keep it right in the middle. So as soon as you throw it in a 3 feet area, you want to start working. The only times you let it drop about 3 or 5 seconds, anywhere where it's like 10 feet, 14 feet. Sometimes, not all the time. Like that day when me and you went fishing, we had to let it drop quite a bit because there was no action on top of the water. They were all stacked in the bottom.
Yep.
So if we worked on top of the water, there was no action. So they weren't feeding on top. So we had to let it drop about 5 seconds and we're hitting them in the bottom. And that's how we were getting them.
Yeah, bro. So, like I said, guys, it all depends on the conditions in which you're fishing. Mauricio Lopez Garza, thank you and welcome to our chat. He says he just got a boat, but he still can't catch any reds, any good spots. He fishes out of South Padre.
Who's this?
This is Mauricio Lopez Garza.
Mauricio says he just got a boat and he still can't catch any reds. Dang, bro.
Hey,
you got a boat and you can't catch reds.
Kind of depends on the skill. So I'll be out there Sunday on my dad's boat. He's got a shallow master. Once you start getting comfortable with the SPI, the waters, and you start learning the highway, I like to call it at South Bay. Yes, there is a way to get in and out of South Bay. It does come with experience. Always use Polaroid glasses if you could, and there is a way to get to South Bay on the low tides. But on a good high tide day, let me know and call my bluff on this spot. Hopefully, it'll help you out, Mr. Mauricio. So on a high tide day, why don't you go ahead and go to South Bay? I want you to start heading south after you get to the lip of South Bay. In fact, you start heading, I guess south. Let me see here. Yeah, southeast, kind of towards those two pillars of SpaceX, and just start drifting. If coming from the south to the north, start drifting. If that's your thing, use a bottom. Use a size 5 hook, and just start drifting away using mullet on South Bay, or start using your favorite lures. Kind of depends on you, but I would use South Bay on a high tide kind of day when the winds are favorable to you, about 12 to 17 miles per hour on a sunny day. So that's a good place that I like to go when on the boat. Of course, the drum boat and all those other places are awesome, but if you want to stick to the SPI area, definitely South Bay.
Yeah, my advice, or my opinion, not my advice, because I don't like to give people advice, but in my opinion is, if you really want to find some reds, go to Arroyo. This is just my opinion. Go to Arroyo, and if you're not familiar with those waters, if you have a fish finder, you're gonna want to put in the coordinates. But if you want to know some coordinates to go out there on the phone or on the fish finder, call Captain George Erosa at RGB Baitmasters. And Captain George is not shy. He doesn't care. He will share every single one of his spots with you. And he'll even tell you where they're biting. I know spots that I have on my phone but I don't have them saved on my actual phone. I have them saved on an app, so I wouldn't know how to share them. As far as the coordinates, I'd have to like go into the app. So if you message me on Facebook, I might be able to send you a screenshot. But I haven't been out there myself on a boat lately, so I don't want to tell you, hey, they're over here, because I don't know. I haven't been on the water yet myself. This Friday, I am going to go north of Arroyo with another captain. He says they're over there, so we're going to find out. But I haven't had my boat in a minute, so I can't give you personal experience feedback on where they've been biting. If my boat was working, I'd be out there every weekend. I'd tell you where I've been finding them, but I don't have a boat right now. It's in the shop, so until then, I can only speculate, and I don't want to send you somewhere and you don't find them and then you get upset. But what I would say is a lot of people have been doing really well in Green Island. South of Green Island. Some people have been doing good at the drum boat, like Marcus said. And there's two other spots that we call Yankee Stadium and Super Bowl line. You won't know where those are at unless you ask Captain George, because we made up those locations, or those names for those locations. Nobody else knows about those spots, at least not the names. So feel free to reach out to Captain George. Mauricio, he'll hook you up.
That's awesome, man. Good advice, Mauricio. Congratulations on purchasing your new boat. So what brand is it, bro? What brand is the boat? How long is it? And what is your poison of choice, man? Are you using mullet? Are you live shrimp? Using lures? What exact tackle are you using? What bait are you using? Or what lures are you using? They want to figure it out.
Yeah, that's definitely another key point. If you're having issues finding the reds, go to Arroyo. It's important to look at the winds too, bro. Like, don't anchor down. That's one of the best advice I can give you. Don't anchor down unless you have to. But sometimes when there's no winds, you want to be anchored down. But look at the winds. If they're blowing from the north, south, whatever which way direction they're going, and start drift fishing. So just let the boat drift with the wind, and go get you some ballyhoo bites at a local bait shop, and then just drift fish. That's the best way to find them, because if the boat is moving all the time, you're eventually going to run into them, and then you mark that spot on your phone for next time. Or if you have a good little 30-minute run, you redrift that same spot. You know what I mean? So that's what you want to do. So if you're using the ballyhoo bites, you should do fine with it. That's what we use over there, bro. But again, you got to drift fish. So are you anchoring down or are you drift fishing? And South Padre Island is really, in my experience, it's not the easiest place to catch fish. You really got to be seasoned to catch fish out there, and you got to know the area. Like Mesquite Flats could be a good area too, but you can get stuck a lot out there if you don't know the area. A lot of sandbars. Fishing the old causeway if you want to catch some big uglies, trout even. Another good spot. Again, you got to know the area, because there's a channel that's right underneath it and next to it. But if you go a little bit too much to the side, you're in the shallow. So you got to know the area. Arroyo is one of those areas where the water's crystal clear, just like the island. And you can't go wrong. I mean, a lot of the landmarks are already on the map. Green Island is on the map. Bird Island, all that stuff you can easily find on Google Maps.
Yeah.
It has it named. So when somebody says go here, Google it. It'll tell you exactly where it's at. Like Bird Island is a good area to go in the mornings, in my experience, for trout with a top water. Early morning.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. The oil's been doing pretty good. Mauricio, like he says, go ahead and try it. Go ahead and get comfortable with the islands, Rattlesnake Bay, your Green Island. Go to the shacks, and if you can get skinny enough, those inlets before you get to the shacks on the west hand side, you'll be seeing some sandy bottoms. That's where you can get flounder. Make sure you use your favorite lures on the tag up those guys as well, man. So balls in your court. Congratulations on the boat. but get out and fish, man. Get out and find your spots. If you're trying to stick yourself to the SPI, kind of again, balls in your court, but get out, visit your Port Mansfields, and I think you'll be doing good, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, trout. South Padre definitely has a lot of trout action though, but I've never really fished South Padre a lot on a kayak other than Mesquite Flats. And I've done okay in Mesquite Flats, but I can never tell you that I've like murdered it there.
Yeah.
But same as South Bay, but Marcus has a different experience. So everybody has their own experience with different areas, you know?
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I used to hate South Bay. We would go so much on the boat, and then my dad changed my mind on that real quick. We've had days at South Bay here at 7:30 a.m. and by 9 o'clock we get back because we've had 4-man limits, 5-person limits because it's just been that hot. Of course, you look at the tides, you look at what we're using. We're heavy bait chunkers on the boat. More so now, I'll be switching on over to straight lures. I don't want to be playing with too many catfish. So I always kind of highly recommend South Bay on a kayak as well, going through the back end of SpaceX and working your way north. If you're really in for a big adventure, go ahead and launch from Isla Blanca. Do expect a very long trip to get there. By hand, I actually paddled way out there from Isla Blanca all the way to South Bay on my first trip. My 10-foot Challenger 100 by Pelican. So if there's a will, there's a way. Get out, find your groove, and fish, man. Hugo Yang Jang says, "Send you greetings from Panama. We are worldwide now."
From Panama, what's up, Yang G? I hope I pronounced it correctly.
I think so. Greetings from Panama.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Right now, we're working on a brand new color, kind of, for the Ceph lure lineup. So, right now, in a second here, I'll show you exactly what this is gonna look like.
That's right, guys. For everyone just tuning in, guys, Hugo of Ceph Fishing is making a spin off of his Cosmo, utilizing a pretty intense pink tail and now dark action, guys. Your favorite lures now coming dark pink tail, like night lights or off the pier closest to you. Shout out to everybody joining in the chat, man.
Where's everybody else from? We got Yang G from Panama, beautiful area. Where else is everybody else from? Is everybody from the valley? Everybody from like Huachica? Or what's the word?
Well, we already know your road, bro. At this point, just drop your social security number in the chat, followed by your date of birth, bro.
And if you see an inquiry for a boat, mind your business. Your business.
Yeah, bro. Mr. Big Lobo Jr. 07 says, "Saludos a todos." He's in the house. Big Lobo JR 07 is back, wanting some of that live action.
What's up, Mr. Big Lobo Jr.?
Yeah, man. Big Lobo Jr., he was also a participant last live stream, man. So thank you for coming back, man. I think official face lava Steph is 7, 8, or 9, 8. Good for jetty fishing during the new moon.
I feel like he asked that question already, no?
I think so too. So kind of recap on that question, guys, for anyone just tuning in, heading on to the jetty fishing. Early bird gets the worm in this situation. Hugo announced that you kind of want to start throwing your lure just before that sun starts rising. These fish are hungry and they're feeding. That's when you want to start dropping these lures, guys. So when it comes to the jetties, get there early, get your favorite Ceph lure on there, cast it out, and make sure you're doing so just right before the sun's coming up. Get yourself on some live action.
Yeah, even if you're using bait, guys, you want to be throwing those baits out early morning. Right when that sun is starting to come up, these fish, they're able to see better, so they start getting really active. Because just like the predators are able to see the bait fish also can see the predator, so they become very active right before that sun sets.
Awesome. So good, man. We have a good amount of viewers that are going to be fishing this weekend. I want to just say good luck to everybody as well, man. It's going to be really good conditions, guys. I think we're gonna have like highs in the 72s or 68, something like that. Lows and probably the high 60s. So it's gonna be kayaking weather. It's gonna be boat weather. It's gonna be land fishing weather. And interesting, Mauricio Lopez Garza is living in Monterrey, Mexico. It's kind of difficult to find a good pattern, but he's out here live. So greetings from Mauricio Lopez Garza out of Monterrey, Mexico. Congratulations, saludos a todos. Thank you for joining in tonight, Mauricio.
Shout out Monterrey.
That's right, Monterrey's in the house.
How's the fishing in Monterrey lately?
Oh man, guess who's back? Back again. Jake with Jay Smang Outdoors is in the house, guys. If I'm not mistaken, Jake is coming in from Corpus Christi, Texas, guys. Jay Smang Outdoors. Make sure you give him a follow, give him a like, subscribe to my buddy Jake, Jay Smang Outdoors.
What's up, Jake? Yeah, Jake is from Corpus Christi. His
That's
channel's
right.
been blowing up too, man. Congratulations, Jake, man. I've been keeping up with his channel too, and it's been blowing up fast.
Heck yeah, man. Jake, are you going to be fishing this weekend? If so, where are you going? What are you going to be using? What's the scoop? What are you going to be trying to do this weekend? Mauricio says, good fishing in Lake Cuchillo, big bass. So that's right. Mauricio's been ripping lips, getting some bass out of Lake Cuchillo in the Monterrey, Mexico area. Nice. Guys, we're in the middle of production right now, guys. Pretty soon here, we'll be seeing the new Cosmo with the pink tail and the glow action. That's right, glow in the dark action, guys. Waiting on that. Production being made live. As you order it, it's being produced right now via production by Seth Fishing as we speak. Last week we had a good promotion. You buy 3 packs, you got 3 free. So a lot of people took advantage of that, and now we are booming on production. And Hugo is definitely getting the job done in his garage, man. These are homegrown lures, homegrown jig heads, if you would, made right here in the 956 in Texas. So when you're shopping with confidence, with quality, and we'll be sure you'll be getting on some tight lines pretty soon here, guys, with these brand new upgraded, if you would, Steph Cosmo lures.
Yeah, why not? I'm just when I'm mixing the this powder here, which is the glow in the dark pigment. You really have to really stir it up because it is a powder. It's really hard for it to really break down. So it's kind of a challenge. It's challenging because I got to kind of make sure that the temperature is really hot so the liquid becomes thinner, almost like water, and that'll kind of help the powder kind of break, kind of like when you're mixing a protein shake.
Yeah.
You'll notice that it's kind of clumpy. You really got to mix it up. So that's what I'm doing right now, guys, because if I don't mix it up right, some of the powder will stay kind of bonded together. So then when I make a lure, when it's glowing, it'll have a very hot spot of it, where that powder is kind of just in there. And you want it to be kind of mixed in the entire lure, not just in one spot. So that's where it becomes a little challenging. The temperature's got to be right around 350, 360 degrees.
You know, there's a lot of skill behind what he does, guys. I mean, we're talking about air pockets that could form, and of course, you have the percentage of these lures that just don't end up quite in your batches, guys. Good quality control here. He has 2 sets of eyes looking at these things at all times. Once it clears Google, believe it or not, guys, it doesn't end up in his package. Of course, his lovely better half has a second pair of eyes that she does. She assists him with the packaging itself and making sure that your product with high quality, guys. So always shopping with confidence. Now, of course, I know some of you may have gotten lost when Hugo said, like you shake a protein shake. We don't do that. We shake it like we some menudo calle clásico. Let's get a little more relevant here, Seth. We ain't that pro fit life here at 1 a.m, whatever we are, bro.
That's funny. Yeah, so right now I'm putting the tails right here in the molds, right before we shoot them. And let me just try to get all these. I gotta do one of these one by one.
Wow.
Yeah, going back to the packaging, it's important that you have two eyes on them because, like I said, a lot of the times I get caught up in the moment where I'm just trying to get them done, package them up, and get and ready to go and head out. And sometimes when my girl's packaging them up, she sees air bubbles that I didn't see or that kind of I missed. So it's always important to have somebody else kind of helping you out with it, especially when your eyes get tired of just constantly having to be looking at them and feeling them and all that good stuff. And I've definitely seen her grab at least a dozen of them out of a couple of them that I made. And even when I see it, I get kind of stressed out. I'm like, dang, all those are bad. And she's like, yep. And I'm like, dang, because all that work goes into them. But I rather deal with that problem here in house than have you get the lures and then you got to deal with that problem,
Right.
because you got to make sure you get your money's worth.
Check this out, guys. He's actually laying down the tails right in front of y'all. It's a very manual process, making sure that he's aligning it just right to make sure that the first batch ever of the glow in the dark pink tail, paddle tail, that is, Cosmo, is absolutely perfect for the first round of batches, guys. Check this out.
Yeah, it's a little tricky because, like, right here, for example, it doesn't want to close. It's got a gap right there. So I can't put them out like that. I have to make sure that this mold completely closes. And you can't just force it down. You got to kind of work it slowly so the tail can go into the other side of the mold evenly. Because if you try pressing it in there, what you do is you pinch the tail. And then when you shoot it, it's going to have the tail's going to be all messed up. Because I still got to tighten up these on a vise or whatever it's called. A lot of times when it's like this, I'll use worm oil, which I'm probably going to use on the next one.
Mhm.
This is like a little, it kind of looks like vegetable oil,
Yeah.
but you put a little bit on the tails here, and then you got to rub it in. You do got to do this in the
Wow.
beginning, I think, because the tails are really fresh. This worm oil, what it's going to do is it's going to lube it up, and as you guys know, lube helps put a lot of things in different places, so it's going to help get this up lubed up, and it should go in there a lot smoother. But again, these pink tails that I made today, they're actually really thick. The pigment is really thick, so it's going to be a little challenging getting all these tails in there. It's not your typical tail because, again, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't translucent like the original one. Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely going to pop, man.
Now,
I'm no expert, so I assume here in the process you've already lined up the paddle tails, and now you're getting ready to actually shoot the plastic in, right? The liquid plastic.
yeah, I'll show you what I'm doing right now here in a second.
Awesome.
So I gotta put these vise on it, right? Because you gotta make sure you press these molds in completely. Whoa, I almost had freaking accident right now. But you gotta make sure that the molds are really pressed together to avoid any kind of leakage outside of the mold, outside of the cavities. So now this is the pigment here. It's kind of white, but it's kind of translucent. So I'm kind of debating whether I should put more white in it or just leave it alone. And this is where the testing goes in. So if I put too much white pigment, what's going to happen is the white is going to take over the glow. I don't want to do that. But I'm going to put a little bit of white in it. See if it doesn't hurt it too much.
Guys, that there's so many things to factor in, guys. You got to get the temperature right. You got to make sure that we're clamping and putting that pressure just to the right point. And of course, if those paddles aren't set correctly, you can forget production at that point. They're going to be thrown away. So everything has to line up perfectly, guys. And this is a very manual process that's being done homemade. Y'all are watching the production.
Yeah, you definitely got to watch the plastisol when you're heating it up as well. You don't want to overheat it because I was doing that earlier on the pink one, and that's why that smoke was coming out because I was actually cooking the plastic. You don't want to do that. You want to heat it up. You don't want to necessarily cook it. It starts to turn brown. All right, I think we got the first mount here. Let's do a test run here.
Real quick, 361 Tight Lines is in the chat. What's going on? 361 Tight Lines saying, what's going on, guys? We are in production right now of the new lure. Check it out. Check it out. Jake from Jace Mang Outdoors says, I definitely want to get out this weekend. He picked up a pretty big lure sponsor. He'll be throwing some of their new stuff. And of course, of course, his Seth lures, his go-tos. So, Jay, congratulations on your new sponsor. And of course, keep utilizing those lures, man. That's awesome, Jake.
What sponsor did you get, or is that a secret for now, Jake? I'm curious.
Say something about it, Jake.
I know Marcus got 2 sponsors earlier today too. He mentioned earlier, maybe he'll mention it a little bit again. Lure sponsors as well. One of them is kind of big in South Texas. The other one I just heard of recently, but I have heard that they won the Dargo tournament, fishing tournament last year.
That's right, guys. Now Kayak Los Hocico, myself, I'm sponsored by Coast to Coast Lures, and of course, work magic here with Texas Made Lures, guys. I'm really excited for the opportunity. If y'all can go drop a like, subscribe, comment on Facebook or YouTube at Kayak Los Hocico. That's the word Kayak, Losico. Kayak Los Hocico. I'd greatly appreciate it. So, Jake, congratulations on your new sponsor, man. I've already subscribed to your channel. I look forward to the next big thing on your channel, man. Congratulations, good luck, and keep kicking, man. Space Lava, I know you asked. He says, I know I asked the question about the red drum rig, but what type of bait, hook size, hook type, line weight, pre-tied rig? So yeah, man. For myself, I always get a 30-pound leader line to my 15-pound braided line by Fins. I make a uni knot, and of course, that's when I start putting my owner size 5 inshore slam to a 1 ounce 1 ounce weight, guys. Mauricio Lopez, if you're on this chat, thank you so much for following me on Instagram. Greatly appreciate it. I see your comments coming in, and at some point, hopefully, we get Hugo on some sponsors for his energy drink go-tos. Today, at this point, C4 Skittles has now been switched over to C4 Starburst because he's rolling out the new tour.
Yeah.
Now, got to be rolling out his new choice of drink.
It was a pink tail with a pink. This was the actual color that I went for, based on the tail action here.
Right, guys, if you ever have the opportunity to go fishing with Seth, Hugo of Seth Fishing, make sure you have the barbacoa taco. Make sure you have the C4 Skittles, or in this case, Starburst. Without that, he's just Hugo. You might as well go fishing with Seth Fishing and not just with Hugo. You heard it here first, guys.
Yeah, if you don't show up with the C4 and a barbacoa taco, I'm gonna go right by you and pretend I've never seen you before.
That's right, guys. That's right. Jake from Jace Mang Outdoors, he says, have y'all ever heard of voodoo shrimp?
Who hasn't?
Nationwide thing right now at this point, Jake.
Yeah, it's a very well-known company. I used to buy their shrimps a long time ago because they already come pre-rigged. I've used them. Probably the last time I used a voodoo though was probably over a year ago. I want to say like 2 years ago. Definitely a really nice looking little shrimp. I don't know how they make those. I'm guessing they make them, with some kind of in some kind of factory. Obviously, they make a lot of them. It's a big company. And I always thought that it was interesting how they put they're pre-rigged with the hook and weight inside the body. So that's pretty dope. If I could do that, if I had the ability and the resources to do the same thing, I would do the exact same thing. I think it's a really good idea. You sell them pre-rigged versus just like that. So people tie them up and they're ready to roll. But yeah, Voodoo Shrimp's obviously it's a really big company. So that's dope, brother. That's dope.
That's awesome, Jake. Congratulations, brother. Face Lava is all about the new moon, man. Awesome, brother. Jose, burritos no pueden faltar.
Burritos are always good too, man, but don't be cheap. I like burritos too, though.
Okay. Comments are here, guys. So shout out to the Artistic. The Artistic is in the house. Yerkmu la que trae, Yerkmu la que trae, los checamos por detrás traca que. The Artistic is in the house, guys. Want to thank you for joining in and dropping a comment. Not too sure what that is. Eager baits, they make swim baits, etc. Also, good job, Jake. Guys, pretty soon here we're going to be seeing the very first production, very first lure ever of the Cosmo Pink Tail Glow in the Dark. Check it out, guys. You're seeing it live for the very first time out of production. Glow in the Cosmo, pink paddle, fresh out the box, guys. This is the first time you'll ever be seeing this live, guys, and there's more to come. Next time you go out to the piers, guys, hopefully you start throwing these bad boys out. They're going to be freaking killer. Like I said, there's only going to be one problem with these lures, guys, and that's getting them from the shelves because most likely they'll be sold out soon.
So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to do a glow test right before I continue shooting them. I want to make sure that they have enough pigment where they glow to my satisfaction. Because if they don't glow enough for me to like them, then I have to put way more pigment in it. Yeah. So in a second here, let me see how they glow here first. I'm gonna turn off the garage light and see if I can get a better visual. Yeah. So give me a second here, and I'm gonna turn off the lights, and we're gonna see how they glow. If they glow bright enough, I'll keep everything the same. I kind of measured how much powder pigment I put in it, so I know exactly what to put on the next round. But if it doesn't glow enough, like I said, I will put some more pigment. Keep in mind, glow pigment is really expensive, guys. And I'll show you I'll show you the difference here in a second. Watch. So, for example, this is it's called Yukon.
Yukon.
It's a metallic gold pigment, powdered pigment. This is $8.95, right? Little bag. And this is the powder pigment. It's the same size bag, right? And this one's $21. So double the price. So that's why a lot of manufacturers, when they use glow, they don't go too crazy on it unless they're getting it from somewhere in China in big doses, big bags and large quantities. The company that I'm going with is Dead On Plastics, which is the same company that I get all my stuff from. I've never used their stuff before. If I don't like it, then I'll end up switching to another brand for glow pigment. But let me put these under the light here in a second, and I'm going to turn off the garage light so you can get a visual.
Nice. So are you going to be putting a light to them first, a flashlight, or are you just going to try them straight up? I'm
going to put the light underneath the little dome light here. I should use a UV light, but I don't have one. Okay. So I'm going to try a regular little light here. I don't know if it's going to be bright enough, but we'll see.
Awesome, guys. Orly Sanchez is in the chat, guys. Nice. Can't wait to use those plastic lures. That's right, Orly. Welcome back to Live with Hugo of Set Fishing and myself, Marcus Garcia of Kayak Los Cicos, guys. And right now we're about to be after hours, after dark with Set Fishing, guys.
Oh, you're going to love this shit, bro.
Oh, man. I already like it.
I already got a peek. I already got a peek of it.
Oh, shit.
Let me see if I can turn the camera around here in a second. All right, give me a second.
Guys, we're about to take a first-hand look of the Ceph Cosmo lure with a pink paddle tail, glow in the dark. That's right, guys. The Cosmo coming at you for the very first time, glow in the dark. You'll be able to get your favorite trout or reds off of land, off the pier, off a kayak. Things are about to get crazy here in the next few seconds, guys. Big
all right, here.
That's right, man. Oh my gosh, guys. Take a look at that. Start screenshotting now. This is absolutely freaking nuts, man.
These are the Cosmos right here with the pink tail.
Oh gosh. Bro, there's glowing and then there's beaming. Wow.
Yeah, They're gonna be I'm not using the correct light, but this is with the regular little light here, and they are glowing pretty good, man. So they're gonna be if you put the correct UV light on it or a bright white light, I mean these things, and it's not that dark in here. Look, you can see the garage is open. Check it out, just to give you a visual. So it's
Hey,
not completely dark in here, guys. There's definitely some light coming in. Let's see how long they stay like that, though. Let's keep an eye on it.
guys, this is absolutely nuts. So imagine you fishing, guys, for some trout or some reds at night, and this is what you put on your hook. This is a game changer, guys. This is the Cosmo, the same Cosmo you know and love, now with
Yeah,
a pink.
that's the red flake right there. But I mean, they're still glowing. A lot of times you have to kind of recharge them a little bit,
Yeah.
and we're still holding up against where it's not so dark. It's a lot darker over here, obviously, but over here with some kind of light coming in from the garage, it's still and they're still glowing. That's crazy. I've never used this pigment before. I typically use another one from Amazon, and I have noticed the one from Amazon, it'll glow for about a good 15-20 seconds, and then it kind of dies down. And this one, it's still going. It's been probably about 45 seconds or so, give or take, or about a minute now. And I mean, they are bright. So they look a lot brighter in person, which is pretty dope. I like them. This is enough powder. I'm gonna go with this here, and let me turn the light back on here in a second. And they glow like a yellow greenish color, which is perfect.
Guys, by now y'all would have already caught a trout, or you would have cast it about 3 or 4 times with it still glowing. This is freaking nuts.
Yeah, they're a white. You'll notice that they're a little bit more translucent, but that's because it is glow. So you can't put too much white in it, otherwise the white will take over the color. But it's just like a Cosmo. It's a white pigment, red flake with a pink tail. And that pink, you can tell, I mean, it's really, really pink. It's not
Oh,
translucent.
dude, that
Kind of
is
looks like
pink, man. I love it.
kind of looks like the what do you call it? Those famous little lures, white with pink tails.
Oh yeah.
Look at the wrap.
Big Lobo Jr. said it right, guys. Nombre, get out of here. Sácate de aquí. Shut up. Take the money. That's right, guys. Shut up. Cállate los hocico. In fact, kayak los hocico. That's probably what he meant to say is kayak los hocico. Said Nanda says he'll take 5 packs of those glow in the dark lures.
Let me know, man. Just message me. I'm gonna make as many as I can right now. I'm literally gonna finish all the plastic I have on it right now. I was kind of just testing it out, but I really like the turnout. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with it, and we're gonna shoot as many as we can. And any kind of defects that I see, like this one for some reason has a weird mark right there. I don't know why that happened, but so I'm not gonna sell that one, but I'm gonna use that one.
Yep.
And then for the most part, they all came out pretty good. So they're badass, dude. I think that this one's gonna outsell the regular Cosmo
I think so.
just because of the fact that it glows and it's got that really. I mean,
Yeah.
you can tell that pink is solid.
Yeah.
This is the original. This was the original idea.
Bro, check that out, guys. Look at the difference, man.
See if I can show you. That's a big difference.
Huge.
And the reason it looks like that is because it's got two pinks mixed together. I had to use I had to use this one, which is the Neo pink. You can tell it's kind of dark. And then I had to throw in the Chewy, which is like a bubblegum pink. So really, this one gave it that more solid look, and the Neo pink is the one that made it a little bit darker in contrast, but it's almost bubbly.
Awesome, man. Fishing with Leo says that lure is fire. Absolutely, man.
Let's see how many we can make here.
Jake with Jake. Good, bro. What are you gonna corkscrew? Good work. It's a breakdancing move, also. Honor that on that one. That's awesome.
Cosmo Flare. That might be a good one.
Liking that. Cosmo Flare, man. South Texas Kayaking Boys are back with a vengeance, saying those Cosmos are fire. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna make as many as I can right now, and hopefully I can make enough to deliver to the shops, RGB Bait Masters, and any other store, I guess, that sells my product by a couple of days from now. You missed it or what, Big Lobo Jr.? I'll show you in a second, bro.
Oh, you were coming in hot, man. Don't tell me you missed it. This was the reveal of the year, guys, and we're barely January.
Yeah, I went a lot on that reveal, Big Lobo. So on this next one, you're gonna see a little bit only. But I'll show you right now, bro. I'll show you right now.
Awesome, guys. Now, for those just tuning in, where can you get your Ceph lures at?
So right now, if you're coming down to fish in South Texas, in South Padre Island area, you can find my lures at Gilbert's Bait and Tackle, RGB Bait Masters, and SWP and Bronzo has some as well, but they don't have the newer ones. But my goal is tomorrow I should be getting a 5-gallon bucket of Plastisol, and my goal is to get SWP restocked by the end of the week. So for now, if there's any lure that you want, you can go to my website at sethfishing.shop and pick out any color that I have on there, and then just let me know. If you want a custom color that I don't have anywhere, like this one, for example, this is not even on the website yet. We just made it. You can reach out to me, and if you order 4 packs or more, I can make any custom color as long as I have the colors. I'll show you one right now. I made the other time. So I had a custom request on the last live, and the guy still has to pick them up and pay for them, but he already ordered them, and he had ordered this color here. It's like a black with gold flake and red tail. That's what he wanted.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I forget what he called it, but this is exactly the colors that he wanted. So I made the exact colors he wanted, and I made him like 5 or 6 packs. He ordered 4, but as you guys know, on that live, I was giving out free packs.
Right.
So he's definitely gonna get hooked up.
Guys, it always pays to be a subscriber. On the last live segment that we had, Hugo of Ceph Fishing went ahead and gave the promotion of you buy 3, you get 3. So people are walking away with free packs, guys. Always pay to be a member. Ceph channel, so simply subscribe. Make sure you're getting these deals as they come. As we're getting ready for the next batch of rounds, why don't you just go ahead and check out sethfishing.shop/products, guys, or just go to sethfishing.shop.
Yeah, it's just the website here. It's just .shop, yeah.
Check it out, guys. This is going to be the website. We have all the lures here. Your favorite lures of your choice are here. We'll be checking out these Sassy Rubies, the Joker, the Crazy Ruby, the Trout Player, guys. They're all here online, including the also famous Cosmo. Check that out, guys.
And once I finish, depending on how many packs I make of this one, I'll go ahead and put them on the website for you guys to be able to order them as well. Like I said, it's a brand new color. It's the first time that I make this color. And it took quite a bit of glow pigment. I put two scoops of glow pigment. So I didn't skimp out on the pigment, even though it kind of hurt every time I put a scoop in there, because it is expensive, like I said. $20 doesn't sound too expensive, but when you're making a lot of bags, it goes by really fast.
Yeah.
So you gotta. That's why some companies, like I said, they kind of skimp out on the glow pigment.
Yeah. Awesome. Jake says, you guys have big fishing plans this weekend? Yeah, Jake, I'll be fishing with my wife tomorrow at the pier at Port Isabel. Friday, I'll be hitting the lights at the Arroyo with Louis 956 Fishing. Sunday, I'll be on my dad's boat, his Shallow Master, and who knows what's going to happen Saturday, guys. So I think, Hugo, I said you were going to be wade fishing. What are you going to be doing now?
Yeah, I'm going to be wade fishing on Friday. And then on Saturday, I'm probably going to be on the kayak. Not sure where yet. And then Sunday, I'll probably be doing some land-based fishing somewhere with my dad, probably. Unless he says he's not going to go fishing, then I'll probably be on the kayak again on Sunday.
Nice.
And my boat is at the shop already, guys. I took the engine on my boat already to the shop, but I still got to get a couple of things to get her done. We have things like a digital screen that we need. It's like $750 that I got to get. The hydraulic steering pump. And then what else? I don't know, a couple of things here and there that I got to get for it before it gets finalized. But the good thing is that it's already being worked on. The engine will be put on it here shortly by the end of the week. So we'll be able to kind of give you a visual of what the boat looks like with that engine on it. I'm guessing by the end of the week, if not, probably by next week. I don't know, depending on the mechanic, how fast he works. But we'll see what happens with that one.
That's awesome, man. And hey, am I getting a little sneak peek, perhaps, of your dad's boat also being in repair right now?
Yeah, they're working on that one also. That one's going to be the offshore boat. The reason why we want to get that one ready is because this year, man, it's going to be good for offshore fishing. Last year we did some offshore fishing ourselves, but we did it on our boat, and it was definitely challenging being out there on a shallow sport. So this year, we want to get that boat ready so we can really go right through that chop and do some to catch red snapper, maybe some kingfish, Spanish mackerel, things like that. So we're gonna see what we can do. And the artistic is telling Marcus that he loves Marcus.
Man, only one thing I can say to that is kayak Los Cinco, dude. But hey, man, sharing the love here, man. Thank you for joining the chat. Artistic, based off Jake, Marco, South Texas Kayaking Boys, Big Lobo Jr., who missed the big reveal. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for joining in with Hugo of Set Fishing, myself, Marcus Garcia of Kayak Los Cinco. And the big reveal has just happened, guys. So let me ask y'all this. If y'all had your hands right now on the brand new Cosmo Pink Tail Glow in the Dark, where are you going with it? How are you fishing with it? And what are you going to try to catch? Let me know right
now. No, but we love you too, man. Whoever it is. We love you too.
Love you too, bro. That's right. Sponsored by Shake Weight at this point. Look at this guy. All the time, bro. Y'all wonder why he stays in shape. Well, he's got to make y'all's lures. Now we know.
That is the dumbest invention I've ever. I don't know if it works, but I don't see how it would work. I don't know.
Hey, I don't know, bro. You once said your body's your temple, but then I saw you eating the barbacoa taco, and I said, he's human, bro.
Oh no, I eat everything, bro. I don't have a diet right now. I'm not a bodybuilder. I mean, to be fair, I haven't even worked out in the last probably 7 days. I kind of get on that working out train, and I'm real pumped up, and then I start fishing, and then I'm doing this, and then it just gets I get tired.
Hey, who else caught that worked out in the last 7 days, bro? It's been years for some of us, bro. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, I have muscle memory from when I used to work out. So when I work out, I start getting kind of in shape really fast because your body kind of remembers how it used to be. I guess I don't know. It's weird. It's called muscle memory. But I need to. And for those people that haven't worked on a long time, and you have a panza, your body's so used to carrying a panza that when you stop working out, it goes right into that panza again. And me, for the most part, I kind of stay. I lose my muscle mass and I get skinnier, but I still have that tone because I'm natural. If I was fucking injecting myself and everything, then I'd be like super big and then super small.
Bro, yeah. Fishing with Leo said it best. My temple is full of munchies. That's right. Fishing with Leo's in the house, guys. Telling Steph how it is, bro. Star Crunch is in the house. Little Debbie.
I love these things. You'll notice on the kayak, I always have them as well. I always have one or two. One in the kayak, one in my truck.
Keeps that thing on them.
I love those things, man. So when I'm drinking my C4, and then I like to have a little bit of chocolate.
Dude, you had me trying one the other day, man. The other day I was with my wife, and I actually tried the C4 Skittles, expecting the worst, and those freaking things are also amazing, bro. I had to try it out. Drink them like candy, and they're freaking good, bro.
They have no sugar, bro.
Bro, no sugar, but I don't know if it's the artificial sweetener or what, there's still a lot of like sweetness in it, you know? I don't know what it is.
No, it should have. Yeah, it's the L-citrulline. You have that. The beta alanine, which is one of the ingredients. That's the same ingredient they use in the pre-workouts. So whenever you drink it, sometimes you kind of get a little bit itchy, or you get that weird little feeling. It's the beta alanine. That's what makes you. It opens up your blood flow, so your veins open up, and that's when you start feeling all that little itching stuff, like little ants are biting you. And that's part of the when you're working out, you want to get a muscle pump. So you want your veins to be pumping blood like crazy, so you really get that pump. And that's why you feel that like it wakes you up.
Los hormigas, the little pre-workout.
Yeah. And if you're just sitting down doing nothing, man, that feeling is annoying, or it can be annoying.
And we better not hear the stories because of you about people taking pre-workout in their kayak tournament. Better not.
Oh yeah, don't take pre-workout when you're fishing.
Guys, wanted to piggyback off the last conversation we had when we went live. Talks about a tournament, guys. So kind of quick little recap. Hugo talked about a tournament coming up, guys. On board. We're gonna wait for other tournaments to kind of clear over before going live on this one. Of course, this is gonna be Hugo of Set Fishing. It's gonna be a very fun kayak tournament. Since our last conversation and the time we went live, I've actually had a few messages coming in asking me if, hey, I have a canoe. Will this work? I have a ship. Will this work? Thank y'all so much for sending in those messages. They are being seen. They are being heard. I don't have all the rules and regulations, but we want everyone to be on the same platform, the same page, and the same advantages. That being said, if you don't, if you have a motor, perhaps you'd be getting more advantages than someone that doesn't. So we want everyone to be on the same playing field, guys. It's going to be open to everybody with a kayak. There's going to be a children's type of category for biggest cat. Work on what else?
Yeah, hold on.
Fishing with the Garza Boys is in the house. That's right, Fishing with the Garza Boys. When is the tournament? Questions coming in. Still in production, still in talks right now. We'll see right now if Hugo has any further commentary on the upcoming tournament. Of course, we're going live with Hugo and Kayak Los Seco and Set Fishing on the new production of the Cosmo Glow in the Dark Pink Paddle.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them to you here in a second. Yeah, for the tag tournament, I've had the same kind of messages. Last time we talked about that Sun Dolphin that one of the guys wanted to use with a motor.
Yep.
So we're gonna let him participate, except he's not gonna use a trolling motor. He's gonna use your typical old school hand paddle.
Nice.
So that's definitely gonna work out. So if you have anything that floats, as long as you're gonna be using a hand paddle, it will be legal. Again, as long as it floats. But if you drown, you drown. So make sure it's a good kayak or a good floating vessel that's not going to leave you stranded out in the water. So this is going to be the Cosmo right here, guys. The new Jake calls it the Cosmo Flare. Maybe we'll call it that. Who knows? But it's basically a white pigment powder with red flake and a pink tail, just like so. And this is the one that we a lot of people have been asking for in the last lives. They wanted a pink Cosmo with a pink tail, so we went ahead and went with it. Okay, so that one's trashed, and let me show you guys how it glows here in a second. I'm gonna do this again.
Big
Lobo, what was his name? Lobo Junior.
Where, bro? You better, put the kids away. Put the freaking Coke down, bro. Yeah, put the popcorn away. Yes, just pay attention, bro. Pay attention, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this one more time, and then we're not gonna do it. Hold on.
Guys, we're about to go live again with the Glow in the Dark Cosmo Pink Paddle by Seth Flores. Guys, we're turning off the lights. He's gonna hit him with the old 1-2.
Yeah,
light.
anytime you're using glow in the dark lures, guys, you want to have either a flashlight, but it's recommended to have a UV light with you, so you can really charge up the glow in the lures. I always say a UV light because with white light, if you're flashing that white light on your kayak or anywhere, and those fish see that white light flashing, they're also going to spook them. So with a UV light, they're not going to see it. So if you're on a kayak, that's something to keep in mind. Don't be flashing the white light into the water because you will scare the fish.
Hey, good advice, guys. Good advice. Do not be flashing water in the light into the water. You'll be scaring off some fish. Orly Sanchez is back saying he was there when you were planning the tournament. Awesome, man. Awesome, awesome.
Nice. Yeah, we still have to reach out. I mean, once I kind of commit to it, which will be soon. Um, once the weather clears up, which is important, and some of these I got to figure out some of these other tournaments when they're going to happen. Um, I want to make sure that it doesn't kind of intervene with anybody or mess anybody's schedule up. So that way, if some people are going to be in that tournament, you still have the ability to do that. So it doesn't kind of mess with it and mess with this one. I don't want you guys to be in a position where you have to decide where to go. You know, you get to go with one and then you go to the other one.
Guys, these are exciting times, guys. We're rolling out with a new lure and talking about a new tournament. Check this out.
Here, let me so yeah, this is the light that I'm using right now. It's not the recommended light, but it's a light. And let me put this down real quick here.
In the meantime, Daniel Lopez is in the house, guys. Oh my gosh. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Daniel will come right back to you.
And this is the second batch, which is going to be. You'll notice that that's pretty much how bright they are. I mean, you'll see them against the light in the background, so you know that it's not completely dark in here. It does look dark in the video, but in person, it's not as dark in here as you think it is. If I go this way, though, you have like the green lights and all that good stuff. It's definitely a lot darker over here. So, but I want you to get a visual if you're fishing in areas that are well lit, like piers or anything like that. You're still going to see them glow, and you'll see the red flake on them. Obviously, you can't see the pink tail. Um, the pink tail, even though you can't see it because it is pink, it's still going to have that vibration. So remember that the fish are going to pick up on the vibration, so you don't have to worry about them seeing the tail.
Mhm.
And with them seeing the body a little bit better, they're going to attack the body before they hit the tail. So it'll be less likely for you to lose your tail. But I mean, like we did earlier, we can sit here for a minute or 2 minutes or so, and without recharging them, and they stay glowing. And that's part of the reason why the glow powder is so expensive, because it's good glow powder. It's not that cheap one from Amazon or eBay, where it glows really bright for like 3 seconds and then it just dies down. So here it's just, since we charged them up a little bit ago, they've been glowing, and they were stacked on top of each other. If you light one up by itself directly, I mean, it's really gonna pop, But these are all together here. Hope Lobo saw them.
You better be watching, Lobo. This is all for you, dude.
I don't think he's watching. He's gonna miss it again. But yeah, you can see.
I feel like you only charge these things up for like 30 seconds, dude.
Yeah, I mean, again, I only charge them that long because there's so many of them,
Uh-huh.
and I'm doing it at a time. If you charge one by itself, see if I can get it to focus here. If you charge one by itself, with a black light or with even a white light, you don't really have to charge them up that long. You give it a good little flash for like 5 seconds or so, and they should last. But because it is a couple of them, I need to make sure that the light kind of goes through the top ones and down to the bottom ones. That's why I did it a little bit longer than usual. But I mean, I don't know what my camera is going on with my camera. Let me see if I can fix it. But yeah, they're still being charged. They're still charged up. See what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So
Guys,
they're definitely gonna work.
they might be charging the package when you get them, man. Check this out.
Yeah, I mean, I recommend everybody to get a UV light, just because the UV light is really going to make this glow really, really pop a lot more than a white light. To be honest with you.
Wow, man. So
This
for all
is
of my well people that are going to get this glow in the dark Cosmo,
like this. Sorry, this is the one that I charged earlier.
check that out, guys.
It's still glowing. It's kind of fading out a little bit, but it's still glowing. That's the one that I charged probably about 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. So gives you an idea.
Crazy, 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 man. So for all you guys that fish at Port Isabel on the pier, or any other pier that has a light, go ahead and leave that lure on your jig head. Kind of get as close as you can, light as possible, and charge it up just like that. Light on that. Are you gonna do it, or am I gonna do it, Google?
What happened?
I know you're seeing what I'm saying. Are you doing it, or I'm doing it?
Hold on, let me get my light up. Hold on.
Let me kind of lead that comment on. I'm going to give a huge shout out to Brian Huerta's in the house, everybody. That's right, Brian Huerta's in the house with a big old shout out to Brian Huerta. But above all else, Scrub Daddy approved. We have Mr. Meme is in the house, everybody. Mr. Meme coming all the way.
Mr. Meme.
That's right, guys. Where are we coming from, Mr. Meme? What city are we at?
Thank you for the subscription, by the way. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and Kayak Losico with Marcus here.
Appreciate it, Mr. Meme. That's Kayak, Losico. Kayak Losico. Not Kaite Losico, it's Kayak Losico. Mr. Meme's in the house.
And did you run into our channel by the live, or how did you run into this video here? I know the last time we had a guy that ran into our live through I guess the recommended videos through the algorithm.
That was cool.
So I'm wondering who else has jumped on here based on that method. So that's definitely interesting, and I am curious on that. But this weekend, Brian said, let me turn this weekend. Pick mine up. Yeah, as long as you hit me up, or message me your address, bro. I'm always in Harlingen. I was in Harlingen today. I could have swung by your house. Message me your address, and tomorrow I might be either in Harlingen or I'm gonna be passing by Harlingen. Maybe I can swing by on the way to or on the way back from work, and I'll give you some lures.
Check that out, man. Make sure you hit him up, Brian. Let him know. Get your lures. Ricardo Perez, 521. Saludos desde Yucatan. Yucatan's in the house, everybody. Ricardo Perez, 521 from the Yucatan.
Yucatan is in the house. Where's Yucatan? That's Mexico, right?
It's up yonder. I don't know.
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Saludos, Ricardo. Fishing with the Garza boys. Try hitting like this weekend. Tried the first time. He's gonna go on his maiden voyage on the Hobie Outback. Congratulations.
Nice. Congratulations on your 2016 Hobie Outback Fishing with Garza boys. Congratulations and good luck coming up with great weather.
Yeah, I haven't checked the weather, but it's definitely been pretty nice. Today was pretty nice, and yesterday, although there wasn't a little bit of rain today, though.
Yeah. So Fishing with Garza boys, asking a question. We just answered that one, but it's a good recap, right? So Seth, where can we find your lures? Los Fresnos with Mr. Ballyhoo, guys. That area, all the way in Brownsville, and of course in Port Isabel. There's your 3 hot spots where you can get your stuff.
Yeah, it really varies depending, and that's my fault, guys. Again, I've been real busy. I haven't really stocked up all the stores the same. RGB Bait Masters and Los Fresnos does carry quite a bit of colors that I've made before. And if there's any color that I have on my website, a lot of the times RGB Bait Masters and Los Fresnos usually has them. And that's only because Captain George, he always wants every color I have. Some of the other shops pick like certain colors that they think are better.
Yeah.
So it really comes down to that. But if you go to my website at sethfishing.shop, you can order them directly from my website if you're not in the Valley or if you're not in South Texas, and you'll get them shipped to your door. And I'm still working on the shipping stuff. I really want to get out to I really want to get a hold of this company to make me like these real nice shipping bags with my logos on them. But all of that takes time and money, but I will get there soon. That's my website that Marcus is showing you right now. As you can tell, that pink one is sold out, that Trout Slayer. Um, I'm gonna update it later. That one is sold out because it's a really nice color for the trouts. That's why it's called Trout Slayer. But I am gonna restock it soon here. I'm just waiting on Plastisol to come in, and then it should be ready to roll. But you can order them on that website as well.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Garza, that's going to be your first pedal drive. Congratulations. I'm coming from a Challenger 100 Pelican, switched on over to my brand new Hoodoo Impulse 120. Again, that is by Hoodoo, guys. Check this out. Sorry for the mess, but this is going to be where I'm from and what I'm going to, man. I'm already experimenting on a brand new Hoodoo Impulse 120. My first paddle drive, guys.
For those of you guys that didn't see the last live, Marcus did a walk around in that kayak, kind of giving you guys a look to see as far as the compartments, the price point, where to get it from, and if you guys didn't see it, Marcus, why don't you let them know where they can get the Hoodoo if they are interested, and how they can get it, and the options, and how they can purchase it.
Yeah, guys. So for all of you that are interested in getting your brand new kayaks, like I did, I Hoodoo 124 bottom, much compartment space. Obviously, rigging up and getting ready for this weekend with Louis. But guys, this is a huge, huge kayak with a 440-pound capacity. Storage space. I highly suggest that you check out my guys at NoBadDaysKayak.com. That's NoBadDaysKayak.com. You go ahead and tell them that Marcus with Kayak Los Chicos sent you. He will personally bring you your brand new kayak to your front door. NoBadDaysKayak.com. My buddy Forrest will set you up. Go ahead and contact me. I'll be more than happy to send you his direct information, his cell phone, and he will get free shipping to your front door all the way to Austin. He's actually willing and trying to work out some deals here. So he's bring food up. I
think you're cutting out really bad.
Whoa, check, Mike 1 2. Hear me? So yeah, guys, NoBadDaysKayak.com are going to bring all kinds of kayaks to this tournament so that you can test drive them before you buy them. You could finance them on his website, and he will bring them to your front door. My buddy Forrest, No Bad Days Kayak, thank you so much, man, for everything you do. Awesome, Bryson. Brian says, Seth, do a walk around of your kayak, man.
I don't know if I should. Let me show you something.
Do it to him.
So the reason why I'm kind of hesitant on doing a walk around, so I have 2 Great Danes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have 1 Great Dane that I talked to you about ruining everything. So not only he destroys everything in the garage, right? He hasn't destroyed the kayak just yet, which I'm grateful for. But he has a tendency of, I don't know how he does it. He gets into my compartments. This is how he got a top water in his mouth one day. So let me show you my my stringer.
Dude, no.
That's my naughty stringer, guys. I mean, they are definitely not dog approved or dog. What do you call it?
Bro.
I don't know. but he chewed up my naughty stringer. So now I gotta hit up naughty stringers to get another one. But it still floats.
Oh
but
my!
but I mean, if naughty stringer sees me post this on my channel, they're gonna freaking lose it. Yeah. So that's just to give you an idea of the damage he does. I'll give you a walk around, but you gotta keep in mind this dog. I have a couch, a leather couch here next to my kayak. That's where he sleeps.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's tearing it up little by little by little, and I keep cleaning up after him over and over and over. But I'll give you a walk around. It doesn't really have anything on it, but I'll give you a walk around here. Hold up.
Guys, Naughty Stringers withstanding the tests of two Great Danes. That is productivity, high performance, whatever you want to call it.
Let me just shoot this one real quick because it's getting cold on me.
No,
and I'll give you guys a walk around real quick. Yeah, I've every time that I've gotten Naughty Stringers in the past from Naughty Stringers, I've never ever had a stringer go bad on me because of regular wear and tear. I've gone through them because of my dogs. I've gone through probably 5 or 6 in the last 2 years, and it's all because of my dogs. So they end up getting a hold of them, and they just chew the crap out of it. I mean, I guess they must feel good for them because he's still kind of teething. He's like 6 months or 5 months old.
Yep.
So he's still teething, I guess. And he's just a little demon, bro. So
crazy, man. As long as he hasn't found your kayak, bro, you're good.
Yeah, he hasn't chewed up the kayak yet. My other Great Dane, when she was younger, she chewed up my whole floorboard on the kayak. All that rubber that sticks to the kayak.
Yep.
So on this one, I haven't had issues with. On the original one, she just chewed the entire floor bottom. So I had to remat the entire thing. But she was also a puppy, so now she's grown. She don't mess with anything. But this other one, man,
that is crazy.
Yeah, he's a handful, bro. And he just did that today.
Dude, last time I saw that stringer, it had 5 trout on it, bro. 5.
Yeah, I posted a picture of it not too long ago with the trouts. But when I got home, we always leave him in the garage because he always makes a mess inside the house. He chews up on the wood, on the what do you call it, on the stairway. He chews up the corners of the stairs. He's chewed up the window frames, things like that. So he can't be trusted. I literally have cameras all inside my house because of him.
Because of
just to keep an eye on him. That's how bad he is. Hold on. Let me just shoot this one real quick, and then I'll give you a tour real quick.
You're good. You're good. Danny Lopez, he goes, hey, I usually go fish the boat with my uncle. I want to go wading every now and then without the boat. Any spots you recommend? Just waiting. Simply waiting, no boat. Any good spots at Island or at Port Mansfield? Yeah, man. Question. I think this one came up last time on our live. One of the spots I recommend waiting, honestly, was just going to be just south of the causeway. Get on the South Powder Island side. You'll see a lot of guys waiting there for trout early in the morning. Some of these a popping cord, or they go straight up on the jig. That's a good place. Behind the O'Reillys, that area is pretty good for trout. There's a brand new park there. So good trout areas in the morning. Anything else, Hugo?
What was the question for wade fishing? Where, Arroyo or Port Mansfield? But what was the question? Wade fishing?
So yeah, the very first one he put was he usually goes on a boat, but he wants to find weight spots at SPI or in Port Mansfield, and then he switched it to Arroyo City or Port Mansfield.
If you're gonna go wade fishing, bro, I'm gonna say Port Mansfield all the way. You're obviously gonna need a boat to get there, but there's some really good spots, man. I've been wade fishing with Captain Noe. I'm not gonna say a lot, but the times that we have gone, every time we freaking killed it. I enjoy wade fishing. It's a little bit tiring when you gotta be moving around a lot. But you gotta be careful with the stingrays for sure. You gotta be careful with the potholes. You have to shuffle your feet. Sometimes you're walking and then boom, you fall right into that little 1 foot hole right there. So you gotta be careful with that. But I'm gonna say, I mean, Arroyo, I've never wade fished Arroyo, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I've definitely weighed fish Port Mansfield, and it always produces. It just depends on where the fish are at. I mean, there's weighed fishermen in Port Mansfield and the Arroyo. You just got to follow the fish. My best advice, though, if you want to learn where to wade, drive around, and when you see waders, get right next to them. That's the best way to figure out your spots. If they're waiting there, put yourself about 100 feet away from them. They might not like it, but that's how you'll find new spots.
All right, guys, get a quick recap of the weekend going right before this walkthrough. So Saturday's highs are going to be low of 44. Sunday's going to be partly cloudy skies, high of 64, low of 43. Pretty good kayaking weather, pretty good boat weather, guys. It's going to be a little chilly. Take your jacket. Otherwise, we should have enough light to get your lures going on the water. That'll be this weekend, man.
What's the best day to fish this week on a kayak?
On a kayak, let's go ahead and check out the winds. I would have to say Sunday. Saturday, we're looking at 16 mile per hour winds, which isn't too bad. But on Sunday, max of 11 mile per hour winds. So on about 11 o'clock on Sunday, we're looking at 10 miles per hour. Sunday at the same time, we're looking at about 14, 15 miles an hour. So a little windier on Saturday, guys. A little better on Sunday. Expect some rain on Friday.
You sure? How much? What's the percentage? Because if the captain wants to go wading on Friday, that means he already did the research, and he found that Friday was the best day.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Friday at 10 a.m., scattered thunderstorms, winds 5 miles per hour, 64 degrees. That's going to be Friday morning around 10 a.m. Nothing at 7, 8, or 9 thunderstorms scattered at 10 a.m. on Friday at the Arroyo City, Texas.
Yeah, so they're probably going to be kind of scattered, so that's probably why it's not really a big deal. But I'll give you guys a walk through the kayak right now here in a second. Let me get my phone out here real quick. Keep in mind, it is dirty, and I'll tell you why it's dirty right now. You see all that glitter there? That's because my dog got a hold of some of my glitter. So he has a habit of getting on the kayak and looking for stuff. So a lot of times I'll leave this open. So he'll literally pull this up with his mouth, and that's how he got a topwater the other day in his mouth. So real quick rundown. This is the couch that he has.
Oh my gosh.
Look, check it out. Chewed that boy up. Look at my tie wraps. Everything's everywhere. That's like a GoPro battery right there. It's like I don't know how much it costs, but that's the Texas made lures over there. He chews everything he can get. But anyways, this is the Hobie Outback. The Hobie Outback is pretty. It's one of the most, in my opinion, one of the best kayaks out there, if not one of the best. You have PA, so many other kayaks that are coming out every year, but I have the cushion seat because on long trips you really want this for your butt. I kind of want to put another one for my back here. This one's kind of outdated already. I've had it for more than a year, so I really need to get another one. Most people get 2 of them. And then they go tie wrap to the bottom of the seat so they won't fly anywhere. This one's definitely expensive because it says Hobie on it. You don't have to get one that's branded. This one was $80 just for this cushion. But Amazon has some for like $20 or something like that. And they're probably just as good. It's just I wanted to be a little princess and have something that matched my seat. You have compartments as far as here I have my garlic. You can tell it's been chewed up. You know, that's a dog for you. But you have the little plastic compartment right here where you can put pliers or anything like that. Same thing on this other side over here. And I have a topwater there that I just seen right now for the first time. Here, the Hobie Outback has this little grommet right here. Now, it just looks like a plastic cap there, but it actually has little grommets here on the side where cables can come through, like power lines. Like if you're gonna put a fish finder, you run your cables out of it and over here to wherever you're gonna mount it, and it's waterproof, so the water doesn't go back in there. These are the little paddings you have here, so you can sit. Hobie sells some that are aftermarket that that cover up the entire bottom. If you do a lot of stand up fishing barefoot, it kind of benefits you to have it all the way over there, because the mat also goes on top of the the hatch when you buy it aftermarket. So when this is closed, you can basically stand on this and you'll have a cushion on top. And in here, I don't have anything crazy. I have the Yak powered power system control.
Nice.
A little light here that I turn on whenever I want to see inside at night. I do have the switch for it here, but I don't have battery connected to it. I have two switches, one over here, one over here. This is basically where the battery comes through, where it connects into my, whatever I have in here. Usually I'll put the battery in here when I'm fishing at night. You don't need a crazy battery when you're just trying to run navigation lights or in my case, the underglow. I typically use something like this. This is your standard AMG, probably a battery you use for like those four-wheelers or those whatever they're called. This is typically what I would use. Look, I have a float right here. I might just switch it out to the other one. Then, usually in here, I'm very disorganized, and you'll see that right now in a second. I'll have lures in here. I always have my this is the carbon leaders that I use, guys. This is a 30-pound fluorocarbon leader. When I'm fishing for trout or redfish, this is my go-to. It is 30-pound, but it's plenty because it is fluorocarbon. It's got that invisible pink, so you can see on the camera. You can barely see it there. Underwater, it disappears. It's not like mono, and that's the reason why I buy this one. It's a little more expensive. I think this was like $12 or something like that versus your typical mono, which is like $2-3. But for me, for trout, definitely need that. I do have lights as well in here. Here's an LED light in here. This is for when I'm fishing at night again. I have this one, and I have one on that side. That one right there. That's another LED. So at night, it'll light up the entire deck here. I just haven't put a battery on the kayak. That battery I haven't charged it. So I'll do that soon. Then we have here in the back, this is where I have like a bunch of other stuff. This is my dry bag. I have GoPro batteries in there and more stuff in there. Here, obviously, I have plenty of room to fit my cooler. See all the glitter right there again. Let me show you here in a second. Where was that cooler at? I don't know. Anyways, you have rod holders on the side, scupper plugs right here, another scupper plug over there. I'm sorry, a rod holder over there. I do have this mount in case I mount anything back there. That mount is basically just like this one. This is for my ram bar, guys, where I mount my my ram bar for the GoPro behind me. And if you can see, I have two little butterflies on both sides, and that's gonna make this like solid. It's not gonna like that one here. It's just one. That one's not gonna be as solid as this one. It's a little more expensive, but when you have a GoPro, a ram bar, and you have the light, the wireless mod, it's probably like $700 or $800 worth of stuff on this one mount. You want to have something that's really going to hold it in place. It's not going to fall, versus that one over there.
Yeah.
And then you have the Yak Attack box. This is a black box that I recommend everybody to get. This one I think you can get at Fin Factory or online at Amazon. I'm not sure what they cost. I think this one I paid like $180 for it, something like that. And I have a mixture of a lot of stuff. This is one of the lights that I use when I'm night fishing, guys. I get that question a lot. What kind of lights to buy? If you go to Amazon, Amazon makes this brand called, well, they don't make it, but they sell it, Ulanzi. You can't see it, but Ulanzi, this is the brand you want to go with, or that I use for night fishing, just so you guys know. I have an aerator, not sure why.
This is another battery. See if it's got battery. Yeah, 40%. And you can tell it's rusted, but it still works. I have an anchor, because you never know if you're going to need to anchor down or not. Bunch of random stuff. Lure. This one, when I go to South Padre Island, I like to go to the deep water and throw this really big lure.
Nice.
And I think that's pretty much about it in here. You have, let me lock it so he doesn't get in there anymore. Your typical stuff. This is where the rudder is basically tied to. You can tell here it's all loose. I got to fix that. I kind of just tied it myself and I left that one loose, but it still works. That controls the rudder down here. My rudder, it is the Boondocks. It's metal or aluminum. It's not plastic. And this really controls the kayak versus the original stock one. The original one was plastic. So when you do sharp turns, the plastic one would kind of bend a little bit. That one, it's not gonna go anywhere. And you can tell I've been scraping the crap out of it.
Yeah, dude, you those oysters.
Yeah, nothing happens to it. Good to go. You have two controls, one on that side, one on this side. So whenever you're fighting a fish, if you want to use your left hand or your right hand to fight the fish, you're gonna have control both hands available. This is for my naughty stringer. It's got a little thing, whatever they call it here, to lock the cable in place. And then you have the hole. And they always tell you that they recommend you leave this open all the time, but I never listen. But the reason you want to leave this open when you put your kayak away is because you want to let all that water air out. You can see how much water's in there. It's a real little bit of water that's been in there for months. Probably smells like crap. But I haven't kayaks, guys, whether water doesn't get in here because of the seals. You can tell it has a rubber gasket on this side and it's got one on that side. So water is not going to get in here at all. If I'm fighting swells, the reason why there's water in there is because plastic sweats in the heat. It creates moisture and it sweats, and that is buildup from probably the last 7 or 8 months. Because this is the first time I opened this hatch in a long time. Mm-hmm. The only time I open up this hatch is if I'm going offshore or somewhere far away, and I don't want to have the fish behind me on the leash. I have a Hobie bag, which I don't have on me right now. My brother has it. I put the Hobie bag in here, and it's for the ice, and I put all the fish in that bag, and they're all inside of the hull here. That keeps them cold, that keeps the ice cold, and all that good stuff. And then you have the underglow lights right here. These are by Yak Power.
Nice.
And they are expensive. That's why I tell people not to get these. Not only that, though, I've already gone through a couple. And this right here, this mount, it's not just, I put a lot of clear silicone to kind of hold it in place. But this one right here, it's like a screw that goes inside the hole and to the other side. And it's got a hole right here about almost the size of a penny. So if you don't want to drill a hole into your kayak, don't get these. If you're okay with drilling a hole into your kayak that's probably about the size of a penny, then go ahead and get it. But if for any reason you want to switch these lights out to another brand, you're really not going to be able to, because you're always going to have that hole in there. And it's a pretty big hole. I'm telling you, it's like almost the size of a penny that's behind this grommet right here.
Wow.
So once you put these on, you either have to have these type of lights for the rest of the kayak's life, or you can remove the LED, but you got to leave this grommet on here. Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to have a big hole right there. And that's not fun.
No, man.
I do have a navigation green and red light here in the front that I never use. This one runs off of batteries. So I always forget to buy the batteries when I go to the gas station. So there's that. I have an AR-15 rod holder handle. That's just what I like. Ruler, power pole, fish grip. This mount here, in case I ever go live on the phone. There's another mount that goes on top of here where the phone sits. And that basically what controls that. And this is the other RAM mount that basically controls the front GoPro. It's adjustable, so you can turn it which way you want to turn it, and then obviously you can raise it up and all that good stuff. And this one, like unlike Marcus, this one's a 275-pound weight capacity. That goes back to what we were talking about last time. If you're a bit of a hefty guy, this one's probably not going to be for you. It is only 275. They do say that some guys get on here at 350 pounds, 320 pounds. Hobie always goes about 100 pounds less just to be on the safe side so they don't get sued. But I know that it can withstand a little bit more, but I wouldn't guarantee it if you were to ask me, because I don't want you to fall off and drown and blame it on me. And then you have Hobie has they have a Bimini top. I don't know if you guys seen it. And the Bimini top mount goes in here and it runs to the back. I don't know where exactly in the back it goes connected to, but it gives you like a roof over your head. I don't know. I guess if you weren't fishing, that would be the good thing to get when it's a sunny day. But that's pretty much about it. Very simple kayak. It is expensive. So if you're looking around for a kayak and you want an Outback, you're gonna need to dish out about $3,000. Hold on. Fix this real quick. But I think they're like 3,600, 3,700 right now, give or take. So they are expensive. They're not cheap by any means, but they're definitely worth it. I think once you have a Hobie or almost any kind of pedal drive, I mean, there's really no comparing to any other kayak.
Yeah.
When you're talking about 16 mile per hour winds, 15 per mile winds, on a pedal drive, it's nothing. That's just like every other day. When you're fishing on a hand paddle kayak, that's where 15 miles per hour winds can kind of get, tiring, exhausting. So I used to have a hand paddle kayak, and when winds were over 12 miles an hour, I was like, dang, I don't want to get out there and get stuck. So I wouldn't go out far. I would just go maybe 150 yards, anchor down, fish, and go right back. With a pedal drive, you can go out 3-4 miles and you won't even feel it. What was your experience like the other day? We went 2 miles out in Arroyo.
No, guys, I was freaking out. Fin drive, guys. So I'm using my legs. I'm casting with my arms, guys. We did like 4 miles, and I didn't even know it. Where as opposed to doing it with my hand, it's the 2 mile mark. You start realizing, okay, it's gonna be a long day. So once you switch on over from hand drive to now fin drive, guys, with your legs, I promise you, you're not gonna go back. I promise you're not gonna go back. You're gonna get to location a lot quicker. You're gonna while you're getting to location, casting while you're getting there. Plus, if you ever want to go right or left, it's right here on your right hand side. As Hugo was saying, it's really, really convenient, guys. Now I get it. A lot of you have been messaging me again, but it's cost. I get it. There's options for that. NoBadDaysKayak.com will allow you to finance your kayak, and you don't have to use those guys. I know other places have afterpay. You don't always have to kind of do all that. We're 2024 now, guys. We've got options to finance your kayak. Visit my guys at NoBadDaysKayak.com. They've got Hobies, Hoodoos, Hammerheads, etc. They've got also a potential sponsor for our upcoming tournament.
You said Hammerheads?
Yeah, dude. Hammerheads, the Bull Shark. They have all these brands you've never even heard of, dude. And it's crazy.
I was going to say, I've never heard of a Hammerhead.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty much, well, I think this one's like a 13-foot. Also I don't know if it's a propeller drive or a fin drive. But it's nuts, the kind of kayaks that are out there that we've never heard of, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Go ahead and check this site out.
I'm kind of curious to see what that one looks like. That's kind of
kayaks fishing.
People saying they're going to be out here, be out on Saturday. Who's fishing on Saturday on the kayak? I'm curious because I am going to be going out there. Again, I haven't decided where to go yet, but
Maybe I'll see you guys out there, depending on where you're going. Are you going to be kayaking on Saturday, or what were you going to be doing? I forgot.
So Saturday, I haven't really made up my mind. Also contingent upon work, right? But Saturday, open schedule. If I don't work, then I definitely want to be on a kayak. I know Sunday I'm going to be on the boat.
Where are you guys fishing on the boat on Sunday?
We haven't really made up our minds, but if I had a guess, we're probably going to go to the Sunken Drum Boat, drift there a little bit. Of course, my dad's favorite, South Bay. Wouldn't be surprised if we start there, and then head off on over to the Sunken Drum Boat.
And where do you launch from when you go over there?
So we go to the Fingers. We go to Port Isabel, launch off from the Fingers, catch our fresh mullet. If we're not feeling like getting mullet, we'll probably buy some of Georgie Rosa's. Captain Georgie Rosa's ballyhoo bites, and we'll be on our way, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm looking for it here. This is NoBadDaysKayak.com. Check out your Hobie line. You got your Mirage Pro Angler 14, Mirage Outback, Compass, Mirage Lynx. So these are the prices, guys. As always, like I said, through this site, as you're cruising on down here, you're going to be seeing kayaks you've never heard of before. You've got your Pursuits. You've got your Slayers, your Bonafides, your U-Peak, your NARS. And when you scroll down here, you'll be seeing how much more or less you'll be paying per month via a firm. Keep in mind, my guy at No Bad Days Kayak will get this to your front door free of charge, free shipping, in-person shipping, right to your front door.
What's the price on that Bonafide, and what are the specs on it?
The Bonafide. Let's go and check this guy out.
I've been thinking about getting a Bonafide and running a powered motor on it.
Nice. So this one right here, right? Well, there's two Bonafides. Is it going to be the SS 107 or 127?
I want to say it's the 127. I can't remember. It's a regular hand paddle kayak, but those kayaks are designed, and they have the areas to mount the power motors, kind of like the Outback.
Oh, then there's this one. Let's check this one out. The one I was looking at was a lot cheaper. Differences though. So let's check out the one I was looking at first.
They have the pedal drive, but that one's like $3-4 grand.
Huh. So this is the Bonafide SS 127, 1,749, starting at about $61 a month or 0% APR with a firm. It does come in olive, Top Gun gray, Venom, steel, or camo. So $1,800, guys. This one. You can go ahead and put a motor in the back, like Hugo was saying, and get to location as quickly as possible. This kayak is equipped with fat grip handles, comfort inserts, retractable stern handles, Omni Hook stern tank wheel tie down systems, and plenty more. This is at NoBadDaysKayak.com. Free shipping right to your front door, and
Yeah, I definitely want to get something like that. I want to get something like that so I have a powered kayak separate from the Outback.
Nice.
In case I want to take somebody else out, I can have them use either or. And maybe my girlfriend will like fishing a little bit more, being on a powered kayak.
These things are crazy, bro. Look at this Flint. I mean, they're nuts, bro.
Danny Lopez says, "Is it going to be good on Saturday?" I think the Marcus was saying the wind's supposed to be around 15, 16 miles an hour on Saturday. I haven't checked myself. Did you check the rain?
I did. So Friday, guys, there's going to be a slight chance of scattered thunderstorms on Friday. No chance of rain on Saturday and Sunday. We're going to be about 15, 16 miles per hour on Saturday, hitting about 11 to 9 miles per hour on Sunday. Sunday's going to be a lot calmer. Of course, highs about 68, low of about 47. Take a jacket. But pretty good day for kayaking. So if you're going to be on a pedal or propeller drive, in other words, you're using your feet, you're going to be just fine. If you're paddling, you're still going to be just fine.
Where the wind coming from?
What's that?
Which direction are the winds coming from? North? South?
Yeah, let me go back. Totally forgot. To be for the north headed south wind.
From the north heading south?
Yeah. So they'll be headed southeast, actually.
So if you're hand paddling, I would say San Martin is a good bet, or Arroyo, because you're gonna have wind cover from the land in those areas there. If you're out in the bay, like in South Padre, if they're coming from the north, you're in open water, so you're definitely gonna be battling the wind on a hand paddle kayak. Keep that in mind, guys, if you're going out this Saturday.
I think everybody, speaking from Friday all the way to Sunday, everyone's going to do pretty good. I expect good fishing, guys. Monday, if you have an opportunity to fish Monday, guys, probably not a cloud in sight. 6 miles per hour winds on Monday. Not bad.
Yeah, that's perfect wind for some top water, some crankbaits, or even paddle tails. But whenever it's cloudy, always remember, guys, that if there's a lot of overcast, you got to use a darker lure. That's one thing to remember. If there's a lot of sun, bright sunny day, you want to go with a lighter color during the day in clear water. But on a cloudy day, even if you're on clear water, it's almost like if you're fishing murky water because there's not a lot of daylight for a fish at night. I'm sorry, during the day when it's cloudy. So it's easier for them to see a darker presentation than a lighter presentation. So keep that in mind. So like on a cloudy day, purple, a red, a dark green, root beer, something maybe gold, something with a lot of shine, things like that. That's probably what I would use on a cloudy day. I'd probably stay away from white during those days, or light colors. Like this is the color that I was kind of messing with the other day. I didn't really like it though, so I'm gonna change it up. But this is it's just a green with flake, and I did it with white tail, yellow tail, and solid just to get an idea. But I noticed that with this pigment by itself, it kind of got remember how we talked about the plastic getting dried out or kind of getting thaw? Yep. This one kind of got like that with that pigment. So, after it cured, it looked good when it was fresh, but when it cured, it's kind of like foggy. So that tells me that I have to add something to the pigment. And whenever I got to do that, I add something like kind of like this right here, which is it's a heat stabilizer, and that'll kind of prevent the plastic from kind of getting all ugly.
Crazy, guys. Earlier, guys, we were in production, brand new Ceph Cosmo pink paddle tail, glow in the dark. It was crazy, guys. So that dropped tonight with your favorite stores. If you're in Hidalgo County, exciting news. Stores will now be in Hidalgo County near you, man.
Hopefully. They haven't reached back out yet. I mean, there's plenty of stores over there. I just reached out to one in particular that I've talked to before. So if they want to carry them, I'll announce it. If they don't, then I'll look for another one in Hidalgo that wants to carry them.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, the thing about me being in Hidalgo is it's a long drive. So I have to make sure that they order a good amount too. Because if a store orders a little bit of lures and I got to drive them all the way over there, it becomes inconvenient for me. So I got to make sure it makes sense. that's just business, you know.
Yeah. No, really, guys. The reason why he's going to Hidalgo County is because that's where I'm at. Makes sense. That's why we're doing it, guys.
Yeah, there's been a lot of guys wanting lures over there, so
Heck yeah, man.
why not go over there?
Hey, let's see that stringer real quick.
Hold on, give me a second.
No, that string of lures you got on.
Oh,
Check that, dude.
so that's basically how they look like after once you inject them, and then you gotta
That's
basically kind of just remove each lure from the little nipple there, and then you're fine right there. But that's basically what it is.
In production, guys, a brand new lure. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to say thank y'all, everybody, for joining. My name is Marcus Garcia of Kayak Los Cico. Guys, I just found out I'm going to be a father, and I actually did the big announcement on my last video. So if you're on Facebook, please go ahead and drop a like. Go ahead and follow my page at Kayak Los Cico LLC. It kind of looks like that. This is the video that I kind of put a hidden message here, guys. Found out I'm going to be a father for the very first time. I just got married, just got a house, and now, guys, I'm about to have my first child. Man, I'm so excited. I actually did this video with Hugo of Set Fishing on the Water, guys. Go ahead and drop by and give me a like, give me a comment at Kayak Los Cico LLC on Facebook. Really appreciate your time, guys. And of course, we are live with new production on the new lure, new talks, tournaments, etc. Thank y'all for joining in.
Yeah, man. Thank for everybody who's brand new. I know that on the last live we had a lot of people kind of coming in and out, in and out, in and out, and we had about 1,000 people come into the other live, which is pretty cool. I think
That was
it's probably one of the most viewed lives that I've done in a good minute. So you know, it says a lot. It says that some of you guys are really genuinely interested in learning about fishing, kayaking, the channel, the lures, supporters of the channel, and I appreciate that as well. And obviously, also enjoy the company of Marcus on here as well. So that's always a. And in the future, like I said, I do plan on getting more YouTubers on here, depending on who wants to join and things like that. I haven't reached out to anybody just yet to get more people on here or YouTubers on the live feed, but I'll see if I can do that on the next round. See who wants to join. Some people are busy, some people don't have the time for it, some people are working, so we got to kind of figure out their schedule, and then we'll see if we can get another YouTuber on here as well. I really wish we could do like 4 cameras at the same time.
That would be cool, dude.
I don't know if we can do that on YouTube though. I was trying to watch a video on how to do that, and it says something about doing 2 streams at the same time. But I don't know if that's what I want. I kind of want everybody in one, but I don't think YouTube allows it. I'm not sure.
Dude, that would be sick, man. If we can get 4 people at the same time, man, I'm looking at Jake, I'm looking at Louis, I'm looking at fishing with Leo, man, that'd be awesome opportunities, man.
Yeah, that'll be epic, but I don't know if it's possible. Does Facebook let you do that or no?
You know, I'll be honest with you, I have no clue, guys. Y'all know does anybody here in the chat know if you live stream with 4 people? Is that even possible? That I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't think it's possible, but what do y'all think? In the meantime, Orly's going to be at San Martin Lake on Saturday. Congratulations. It's an opportunity to go out there, Orly. You're going to have some really good weather. A little chilly. Make sure bring a jacket. Light. You'll be doing just fine, bro. On the north and south side of the channel that you're going to be fishing. Of course, there's the edge. But throw out your favorite lure. Might even.
How cold is it going to be? You keep saying jacket.
Yeah, so the lows are going to be 46. So when you get there, it's going to be pretty chilly, but it'll kind of like 68.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be chilly. 46 for me is too cold, but I'll be out there. When you say bring a light jacket, I'm bringing freaking snow pants at 47 degrees. I get cold real fast, guys, so I need to be warm. If I'm not warm, I can't record.
So what is Saturday going to be? That's going to be the 27th? I think so. So let's check this out. Okay, guys. Saturday, January 27. High tide is going to be at 7:27 p.m. Your low tide is going to be at 10:15 a.m. So when you're out there on Saturday, you're going to be in the low tide at around 10:15 a.m. Won't climb back up till 7:27 p.m., which by chance and by history, you'll be fishing on a low tide at San Martin, which is always really, really good. The video I dropped a few weeks ago, I did really well on that low tide. Of course, probably wouldn't recommend going all the way to the back. No one else did it. It gets really skinny. Up to you, though. You could always do it on a paddle, but you'll be fishing in low tide, my friend.
Yeah, low tide can be good in the back lake if you can get back there. I was telling Marcus the other day, you guys go to San Martin on a low tide. If you can get all the way to the inlet on the left-hand side during a low tide, a lot of times these redfish, if it's really low, not like 2 feet of water, a foot of water low. I'm talking about like where you're like almost dragging bottom when you're hand paddling. A lot of these reds, they stay stacked in that inlet. They can't get out because the water's too low. So if you can get back there without hurting yourself or damaging your kayak or anything like that, that inlet will be stacked. I guarantee it'll be stacked with redfish. Usually, whenever the water is low like that, they stack up. They get trapped in there, and then they can't come out until the tide starts coming back up. So I've shot plenty of videos out there where it's low tide, and I've dragged my kayak through the mud, and it is not fun. But is it worth it? Yes. But I wouldn't recommend you do it by yourself because it is tiring. And if you have to drag your kayak to that area, you're gonna drag it probably a good 200 feet or so. And if you have a buddy with you, it'll kind of motivate you to keep going. But if you're by yourself, it's really gonna challenge your athleticism, your mind, and you're gonna start to question yourself: should I keep going? It is exhausting, trust me. So, but if you can make it, it'll be stacked with reds in there on low tide.
San Martin. So it's pretty much I don't know what you would call it. It's kind of like a lake. I mean, yeah, San Martin Lake, obviously, but kind of surrounded by the Laguna Atascosa National Wild. Pretty scenic, guys. Fish all are going to be on some pretty good stout reds. I always use a white lure out there. The scene is fantastic, man. Fantastic. If it's time going out there, always keep in mind on a low tide on the north side and the south side of that channel as you're coming in. Lots of oysters. Damage on your kayak if you go way too much to the north or the south of that channel. Try to stay in the middle, cast a little bit towards those mangroves where your kayak can go. You should be fine. My experience going to San Martin, you'll always see those tails coming up. So aim about a foot to the left or right, which way the fish is looking. Try to get them on that side cast, man. You'll be glad you did.
Yeah, just be careful with the oysters. In the back lake, there's really not that many oysters. You don't have to worry about it. But on the way to, there's plenty of oysters on the right and left hand side. You want to stay in the center of that channel. And a lot of times you'll see some tails sticking up in the oyster beds. Don't cast at those tails, guys. They're usually black drums. They're probably not going to hit your lure, to be honest with you. They're going to hit more on shrimp or blue crab or fiddler crab, and you're just going to get snagged. You're going to hit that oyster bed, and you're going to regret it. Because you're going to have to either pop your line or go all the way to the oyster bed to retrieve your jig head.
Yeah.
So be careful when you're casting towards the oyster beds.
Guys, too. If you're coming from something like me who used to chunk bait so much, go ahead and try your luck with a lure at San Martin. Some of the guys you'll meet there, they'll be nice enough to tell you, hey, man, put that bait away. Start using your lure. And they were right. They are right. Start using your fish there. Hopefully next time we communicate with y'all, y'all will talk about your tight fingers and whatnot, how you did this past week. I think I will do excellent at San Martin.
Maybe we can do San Martin this Saturday. I don't know.
That'd be nice.
Kayaking out there.
That would be pretty cool. Guys, and what? Probably take this opportunity now. If you're going to San Martin Lake and perhaps you want a little bit of insight on the fish back there and how to get there, and it's the first time you might go, well, if you go check out Seth Fishing, this YouTube channel we're on right now. Hugo has done a few videos. San Martin Lake Fishing is the one to look at here, guys. He lets you know how to get there, where to go, what he on redfish, he on black drum. He targets every species out there, guys, and he shows you how to do it. Just where to go, but how to do it. Lots of information here. Video that's San Martin Lake Fishing by Seth Fishing, released about 2 months ago. Go ahead and check that out, guys.
Yeah, I've definitely shot a lot of videos in San Martin. That's actually kind of where I started. Just like a lot of you guys, I didn't know the area. I started going out there. I started anchoring down, throwing shrimp, cut bait when I first started. Worked popping corks with shrimp, all that good stuff, fish bottom. And then I always caught small black drum, sheepheads, redfish here and there, trout sometimes. But it wasn't until I started throwing a lure that I really started maximizing my fish there in San Martin. But it's not something you learn overnight. You have to get out there as many times as you can and kind of learn where to throw a lure, follow the schools. If you see a lot of blowups by the oyster beds, it's sometimes trout, sometimes snook, and it's sometimes redfish. So anytime you see any kind of movement in the water, throw towards it. Learn the bottom. Try to learn and gauge the depth and where the oyster beds are at on high tide, so you can kind of know where you're casting and you don't get snagged. Because I've lost so many lures back there on the oyster beds. I've lost top waters in the mangroves, things like that, because I either overcast or I don't see the oyster bed and my jig head falls right into it. Throwing a dropper rig with a weight and a hook, sometimes it doesn't work out. You'll get snagged. I think Marcus is showing us a fish right there. That's probably a small red from what it looks like, or black drum. That's on the shrimp, right?
Yep, bottom fishing shrimp.
Yeah, so that was one of the videos where I was showing your typical beginner how to use shrimp, where to go with shrimp in the back lake. And that day was real slow for a lot of people with lures. Nobody was catching any fish on lure. So anytime you're unfamiliar with an area, you want to take dead shrimp with you just in case it gets a little bit hairy. You can never go wrong with shrimp as long as you know where to throw it. You might catch a lot of catfish if you don't know where to throw it. So that's one of the things.
Nice.
Look, go to this video. There's a video that probably nobody's ever seen on my YouTube channel. Go all the way down to the beginning of my videos. I guarantee you haven't seen it either. And give them a glimpse on this one video. When I first started YouTubing, I was in a black Ascend. The thumbnail has a big old black drum that has a question mark on it. It says big ugly or something like that. It's
Okay.
probably gonna be like the third or fifth or sixth video that I posted. And it was there at a San Martin on an Ascend 128T hand paddle kayak, and that was probably one of the biggest fish I had ever caught at that point, with no experience whatsoever. I just threw some blue crab, and I mean that fish, man, it fought hard. You see the one with the question mark on it, the blue one?
This one right here?
Yeah, that one right there. Click on that one, and then go to a little bit.
Whoa, check that.
A little bit past that, past the intro, and then raise the volume up so they can see it a little bit. It's about right there. I think you had it about right there. I threw 2 rods out with blue crab. You look, rewind it real quick. I put both those rods down, and you guys can do the same thing with blue crab, and you can buy the blue crab at RGB Bait Masters.
Check that out, guys.
Oh yeah.
That rod just went off, bro.
Just like that. Oh yeah, just like that.
And not a lot of people have seen that video. You can see the view.
Oh, on the crab, baby.
Guys, on blue crab, check that out.
And if you guys want to watch the whole video, you can watch it on my YouTube channel. Go to my beginning video so you can learn as I was learning, because I wasn't always as good as I am now with lures. I mean, I started with bait. And the best way to learn is to go all the way back to the beginning when I first started. You can get an idea of what I was doing. Try to get where I landed it.
Yeah.
I think right there. Oh, I have him in the net right there. Watch, check that guy out.
See if I can grab him.
That was at San Martin Lake.
Guys, his net's not even productive at this point. Check this
It
out.
wasn't, bro.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Jesus Christ. Look at the size of this guy.
And those things are hella fun on a kayak, guys. I mean, you don't want to eat them, but they're. I learned that day you're not supposed to eat those, and I was still learning. Again, I didn't know the regulations as much or anything like that. But I'm gonna show you the other camera angle right now in a second.
Man,
And I think I only had one GoPro, so I was using my phone right there.
it is huge. Barely fits in my kayak. Oh, I can't even carry this guy. Look at how big this guy is.
Jeez, bro.
Look at how big that guy is. Look at that.
That was one of the big uglies, and that was using blue crab right there.
Gosh, bro.
That's good there. But yeah, there's a lot of videos when I first started. In case you guys haven't seen them, go to my very beginning videos. You'll see that I was using a lot of bait, a lot of shrimp, lures sometimes. I was just like everybody else, learning the area, learning the waters. I didn't use lures all the time like I do now, and because I didn't know where to fish. I was just kind of waiting for the fish to come to me, just like a lot of you guys do. And then Error 2881 says, Taco Tortilla, please notice.
Taco Tortilla, please notice. Kayak Los Sico. Dame unos papla mexicana, por favor. Kayak Los Sico. Error 2881 is in the house.
There's 12 people right now watching the feed only. I just want to make sure that they're all not robots. So real quick, guys, all 12 of you guys, hit like on the video real quick so I can see that 8 likes go up to, what is that, 20?
Yeah.
So real quick, give it a like real quick. If you're not a robot, I want to see how many robots we got in here. Okay, that's 1 like so far. We got 19 more to go. We got another viewer now. We have 13 now. So we need at least another 10 more likes on the video real quick. Like the video if you're not a robot, so I can make sure you're not a robot. And when you like the video, believe it or not, it helps the algorithm of YouTube kind of show it to more and more people. And it helps the channel, guys. It's kind of like TikTok. So now we're at 10. So we need 10 more people, guys. 11, 9 more people.
Oh, no.
Like the video real quick just to make sure you're not a robot. Make sure you're a supporter of the channel. We're out here at 2 in the morning almost talking to you guys, interacting with you guys, spending time out of our lives to make sure that we interact with everybody. A like on the video is greatly appreciated.
That's right, guys. And again, thank y'all for tuning in, man. I know everybody's got some busy schedules. Y'all are staying true. Louie, Danny, Orly, Error, Brian, Fishing with the Garza Boys, everybody that's online right now watching, guys. If you haven't went ahead and sent us something on the chat, please do. Let us know that you're tuning in. Send in your questions, your requests. Give a thumbs up. That way we can give you a proper shout out.
Somebody liked the video and then unliked it. What a jerk. But at least we know he's not a robot.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. I like that.
That's funny. Or maybe he had already liked the video. That's why. Usually, if you
Yeah.
already like it, you can't like it again. My bad, guys.
Man, oh man. So for everyone that just joined in, guys, we talked about the tournament. We talked about the new lure dropped by Seth Fishing. Talked about how to get a little more productivity at the lights. Port Mansfield, SPI. Any further questions coming in, guys? Check this out. More productivity at Seth Lures Manufacturing, aka Hugel's Garage.
My brother has does a lot of work in his garage for cars and stuff like that. He's known for like drag racing and stuff like that, and his garage is called Numbnuts Garage.
No.
Everything is because he doesn't know what he's doing. They just kind of figure it out.
Yeah. Hey, so what's your garage called, man?
I don't know. I haven't named it.
It's called Cefa's Garage. Not Cefa's. Garage, bro.
I have no idea.
Vienco.
Who's got more questions, man? We got more people, new people watching on here. Any questions regarding fishing, kayaking, lures? We've gone over the weather. Marcus sound like a weather man a couple times already.
Yeah, bro.
You got to get Channel 5 to pay you, man, to do the weather stuff.
Bro, at this point, I want to come out with the fishing report, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's all I want. You guys, Marcus Garcia of Kayak Losico. Would greatly appreciate subscribe to my channel at Kayak LOSICO. Chatting it up with Hugo of Seth Fishing, guys. We're gonna have a great fishing weekend starting on Friday all the way to Sunday. If y'all are going anywhere special or anywhere that y'all want us to know, let us know. Otherwise, a lot of interesting and good things happening here pretty soon. Glad to say I'm now sponsored by Coast to Coast Lures, Texas Bay Lures. I'll be hitting the fishing here tomorrow with my wife. Friday, I'll be in the Arroyo with Louis 956 Fishing. Shout out. I'll be on the boat on Sunday, the kayak, and in the boat on Sunday. Shout out to Shallow Master, and of course Saturday up for grabs. Trying to figure that out.
You said pier fishing Friday. What time on Friday?
Or not Friday, rather tomorrow. So pier tomorrow, Arroyo on Friday. So I'll be hitting the pier tomorrow. My wife, I'll probably say we'll leave here in Hidalgo County about 6:30. Probably do some night fishing.
So you're going to what pier? Arroyo Pier?
No, Port Isabel.
Oh, Port Isabel. Oh, Pirates Landing.
Yep.
Tomorrow night.
Hey, you know what? I bet you won't take your girl. We'll have a couples fish off, bro.
I'd have to ask her because it depends on the time. I need to see what her work schedule is, and she takes her kids to school the following day, so I need to check in with her on that one. I'll get back to you on that one.
Cool. Same here. We probably won't kill it. We probably won't be there too long because we will have to work Friday, and I'm gonna go fishing again Friday. So it won't be too crazy, but definitely want to hit the lights. Probably get her on a popping cord live shrimp. I'll be using some lures here. Try to drop content as well.
If I do go, I don't know, because I'm gonna go fishing Friday morning also.
Yeah.
I have to be at the captain's house by I think like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
He likes to be on the water by 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to figure it out. So I'll let you know if anything. What I will recommend you to do though, if you have a big rod with a decent sized reel, go pick up some blue crab with Captain George, bro. Put on like a size 6 hook and chunk it out there and wait for a black drum. Throw a lure on one rod and throw a blue crab on another rod, on a heavy rod, and
those big uglies.
Yeah, man, that'll be fun to catch. And then when you catch one, hopefully you hook one up. They should be out there right now. You should let your girl fight it. That'd be funny.
Dude, the last time, and the reason why she even wants to go back to the pier, last time we were there, she hooked up on a freaking huge black drum. We didn't have one of those crab nets to bring it up.
Yeah.
We didn't really have. Dude, it was awesome, bro. Seeing her rod kind of go crazy like that, getting it all the way to, I guess, the point where it was right underneath us, and just couldn't.
Yeah, remember that they lend you one at the pier.
That is something I did not know. Really?
Yeah, just go to the front, tell them you need the pier net, and they'll lend you one.
No kidding.
Yeah. When I'm fishing for black drum, bro, as soon as I walk in, I'll go set up, and then I'll either do it myself or I'll send somebody to go get it for me. Even though I haven't caught a black drum yet, I go get it so I have it on hand. They won't come and ask you for it until somebody else asks for it. So a lot of people go to the pier and they're fishing for trout. They're not necessarily fishing for big game fish.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I'll have the net with me for like the whole 4 or 5 hours, and I just return it on my way out.
Oh wow.
But if you ask for it as soon as you're going in, they won't lend to you because you're barely going in. They gotta think that you've been out there already and you already have something on the line.
Fishing with Leo, they're cheap at Academy, like $20. I didn't know that either, guys. That's cool, man. Awesome, man. Thank you, Leo.
Oh yeah, they do have them at the Academy. Oh, I didn't see them at Academy the other day, bro. So, but
wow.
I know I bought one there a long time ago. So they might still have them. Yeah, they're not that expensive.
Bro, I need to get like 2. One for me, one to give out.
Who do you want to give it out to?
Whoever needs one at the pier, bro.
You can give one to me. I had a net. Where is it at?
I know you have a crab net. I mean, yeah, one of those crab nets. I think you used it one time at the pier. It's Mas. We need to set up a day where you go to the pier, I go to the pier, Leo fishing, Louis, everybody goes to the pier. That'd be pretty sick, man.
Yeah, this one. It's a big one.
Yeah. Your mama alone.
This one will work too. It's real big.
Damn it, boy. Not bad, not bad. Awesome, guys. So we've kind of went over all the topics today, guys. Any further questions?
Fishing with Leo. Since you're on here, comment real quick if you want to go live tomorrow.
There you go.
So we can figure out a time. Just make sure you're not drinking. Yeah, it's funny when he's drinking.
Hey, Leo, wants all the smoke, bro. Y'all going live tomorrow?
Leo never invites to go to the pier though. He doesn't want the smoke. You know what I mean?
Oh shoot.
He wants to. He always tells me he can catch more fish, but he never invites me.
What's up with that?
He's
Orly,
the Jetty King, he says.
self-proclaimed king. Nah, man, I do like Leo's content. Especially those floundering. I'm still all about that, bro. Orly Sanchez says, I never fished there, never fished the pier lights at Port Isabel. Understandably, bro. Understandably so. I get it. But always good, bro. Always good to check the pier out, check what kind of game's going on, see if the occasional redfish is going by, black drum, trout. And also always nice to, I guess, interact with the community, man.
Yeah, fishing the pier is fun sometimes. I'm not a big fan of fishing piers, but I don't mind doing it every now and then.
Yeah. I'm overdue. Yeah, I'm overdue for it. And this will be one of the rare times where I'm probably running out of content to even talk about, bro.
You're running out of content?
Running out of things to say, rather. That's crazy.
Oh, me too, man. Everybody's sleeping on the live.
Yeah,
you guys got to have some questions, man. Let us know real quick. There's people watching, but nobody's interacting, and I'm also running out of things to say. So give us some questions, guys. A lot of times I get questions through Messenger, Instagram, and I can't get to them because I'm busy or whatever the case is. So this is the time where you want to ask any question you have. I think Marcus was just showing us his website. Is that what it was?
Yeah, guys, go ahead and check me out on YouTube, Facebook, or kayaklosico.com, guys. That's going to be me. Pretty soon here, going to go ahead and start posting a few more things of what I'm using, how I'm using it. I've got my apparel online. Pretty soon, hopefully, some lures from Seth. Try to get those out as well. And of course, who we are. Of course, it's going to be myself. Have a good buddy of mine, George. Caught a really nice trout, guys. I want to drop some stories here for everyone buying apparel. I'm going to start putting your photos here, where you caught, how you caught it, as a way of thanking you for supporting the business, guys. So that's kayaklosico.com. And find us on Facebook, YouTube. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed and went ahead and liked us on Facebook. And of course, as always, I know a few of you have been messaging me throughout the week, talking about, just shooting some shit. And of course, talking about upcoming tournaments, kayaks, etc. Bro, really, really appreciative of all of you doing that. Always good to interact with the community and start preparing for this tournament.
You've gotten a lot of interactions with your Facebook page recently. You just started it recently, and I noticed your following count's gone up quite a bit. Your engagement's gone up quite a bit. So people are definitely going out there. So if you guys haven't already gone out there to Kayak Losico on Facebook, hit him up. He just started his page probably a month ago. Or I don't know how long ago it's been, but it's a brand new page, and it's been getting a lot of engagement very fast from what I've seen with other pages. So that's a good thing. So check him out on Facebook.
It's definitely check this guy out.
This is like you can't see it in person, but this is like a color that I put on Facebook recently.
Yep.
It's actually called Dorothy, the color. So the shrimp color is going to be Dorothy. I'm probably going to go a little bit more dark pigment, but it's a really nice like pearl accent color. In person with the sun, you can't really see it here. It's kind of like a orangey color, but it's got like a pearl accent to it. It's pretty dope.
That's crazy, man. I like the action on those freaking shrimp, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, I gotta get with a couple of people to give them some. I know Fishing with Leo is one of them, and Texas Tandem is another one.
Yeah, guys, I dropped. Had the Kayak Losico thing going here for a while. January 1st of this year, I decided to actually go through with my dreams, drop the page, start making my channels and all that fun stuff. Lo and behold, 3 weeks later, sponsored by a few people that mean the world to me, a lot of mentors here, and just excited to be part of this kayaking community. Kayaking is something I love to do. It's been there during the good times. It's been there during the bad times. And the people I've met along the way have been absolutely incredible. Honored to, of course, interact with all of you as well.
Whoa. Kind of debating on going live on Facebook. Huh. What do you think? Should we jump over there real quick?
Can I do that? How does that work?
Can you do that? Let me check. I think you can, bro. I'm not too sure. I don't think you can. I'm on live, babe, with Marcus and my subscribers.
That's right, guys. Shout out to the second set of eyes behind the scenes, packaging everything. That is Miss Seth Fishing. That's right, guys. Behind.
Oh, she's back. She's looking at me like, what the fuck? That's funny. I just saw my messages right now from Selby. He said, that's funny. He wants 5 packs of the Cosmo with pink tail. So That's we have 10 packs already sold on this live from that one, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna sell real fast, guys. Um, I'm gonna try to shoot as many packs as I can. I already ran out of plastisol on this cup here, so I'm just gonna shoot the rest of it on that I have here. This is probably enough to make another, I don't know, 15, 20 packs or so. So I'm gonna try to make as many as I can real quick here in a second. Let me check on that question. Meanwhile, for all you guys in the live, Orly's asking a question. Finally, we get another question. Thank you very much, Orly. I thought everybody
Orly,
was asleep, man.
que me recomiendan. So, what kayak do you recommend? It's going to be a biased question. I have the Hoodoo Impulse 120. Hugo has the Hobie Outback, I believe. The Hobie Outback. And really, guys, the best person that's going to answer that question is you. So, what are you trying to do? Is it going to be a beginner kayak? Is it going to be something you want for the long run? Do you want a pedal drive? Do you want a propeller drive? Do you want to do it by hand? Where are you going to be fishing? These are all good questions that I kind of bring your way. So, Orly, where do you want to be fishing, and what are your long-term goals?
Here in a little bit, guys. If nobody has any questions after Orly, we can jump onto Facebook. We can definitely do the same thing we're doing now.
Cool.
Because I know that some of the people on Facebook, maybe they're on Facebook scrolling through their feed and they'll run into the channel as well. But as far as the kayak, what I recommend, Orly, let me try to do this in Spanish. There's a breeze coming in. So I'm trying to get. I know Spanish. I just get nervous when I speak it. I'm going to try to say it in Spanish and he said in question. El kayak que yo recomiendo, todo depende si estás buscando algo que quieres usar a mano o si quieres usar algo que con pedales, ¿verdad? Si quieres usar algo con pedales y no quieres gastar mucho dinero, el Hoodoo Impulse que trae Marcus está como en 1600, 1700 y es igual que el Hobie Outback o tiene la misma capacidad en el aspecto de cómo trabaja, el movimiento, los pedales, tiene buen balance. Y si quieres un kayak con mano, te voy a recomendar a lo mejor como el Pelican Catch 100, que está livianito, rápido y todavía tiene estabilidad. So, todo depende en cuánto quieres gastar y qué es lo que estás buscando en un kayak. Va a depender en qué kayak vas a querer. So, tienes que preguntar todas esas preguntas. And whoever's laughing at me,
That's right, guys. The laughing emoji is coming in saying kayak la thickaway. Don't even start speaking Spanish around here. That's exactly what they're saying. Now, guys, you don't want to hear me talking Spanish, bro. That would be the worst. That would be, yeah. You'd block me real quick.
Yeah, I learned my Spanish in my work, but my Spanish, depending on the client, my Spanish is really weird. I've been told I'm from if I'm from fucking a bunch of weird places in Mexico. Let's see. What's that? Remo. Oh, hand paddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pedal, el Hoodoo Impulse. What is it? Hoodoo Impulse 100? What is it?
Hoodoo Impulse 120.
120. I wouldn't doubt it was Leo laughing.
It's probably Leo, dude.
Big Lobo.
Big Lobo, where were you during the reveal, bro? That's my question, bro.
Huh?
Where was Big Lobo during the reveal, bro? He's missed it twice at this
point. Hey, Big Lobo, we did the review on the Glow paddle toe twice already, bro. I don't know if you missed it or not, but if you did, shame on you.
That ain't right. ¿Qué dijo?
What did you say?
What? Oh man, fishing with Leo said take a day so we can go to the jetties. Sheep's Head season is in and live and strong as well.
If you guys go to Fishing with Leo's YouTube, it is all sheephead.
Awesome. Hey man, I love me some sheephead.
But hey, I'll go with you, man. If you let me know ahead of time, you never give me an invite. He always posts his when he checks in at the jetties, but he never says, "Hey, bro, you want to go fishing at the jetties?"
Or he hooks up on a sheephead. Hey, if you want to come over here, they're biting.
Yeah, so if you want to go fishing for a sheephead, I'm down. My girl actually likes sheephead, and if I can catch a limit of sheephead, she would probably enjoy that. So let me know, bro. I'm down. I'll go. I'm not much of a sheephead fisherman, but I'm down. I know where to find them at the jetties, but where I find them and you find them are different places. But I'd rather go to where you catch them because where I know where they're at is a long walk. And Leo's been burning that spot where he fishes at the Dolphin Cove. He was telling me the other day that he's been having to fight people for the spot already.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's what happens when you land-based fish, man. And then when you're famous like Leo, forget about it.
Bro, I want to grow up and be Leo one day, man. I really do.
Just like Leo one day too. Leo also has a boat that he bought not too long ago, but he's working on it right now. They're doing the whole floorboard, and I don't know what else they're gonna do to it.
That's cool stuff, bro. That's really awesome stuff, man.
So in the summer, when the boat parties come in, bro, we should definitely head out there on my boat or multiple boats, whatever.
Hit the sandbar, bro. Go to the cove.
We always go to the sandbar there near the cove, and all the boats anchor down, and we just hang out, drink, get off the boats. Everybody's in the water. It's pretty badass. Yeah, my chick loves going to those things because she gets to drink and be on the water. So if you want to go this year, we'll make it happen.
Awesome, man. Cool.
Orly said, "Tengo me." Tú me preguntas
que cae así como un mes in Brownsville.
¿Qué kayak tenías? Okay. Well, I mean, if I asked you, what kind of kayak you had. I don't know what to say on that one, but yeah, already. I mean, cualquier kayak que tengas, I mean, tú dale para adelante. Tú pesca pescados. Real quick, you want to jump off this feed and go to Facebook, guys? If you're not following on Facebook, go to Seth Fishing /YouTuber. That's how I'm on Facebook. Marcus is on the Kayak Losico on Facebook. We're gonna switch gears real quick. I've never gone live on Facebook with anybody, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this out real quick, see if we can do it, and maybe the engagement will be the same. Maybe the engagement will be different. Maybe we'll reach different audience who's bored at 2 a.m. on Facebook. So jump on Facebook real quick. I'm gonna see if we can switch gears that way here in a second. So if you go over there, we'll see you in a little bit. If not, I'll see you guys in the next one. Big Lobo said, been following Seth for a while. Always support Seth on Facebook. And those Raffles, hey, appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. I haven't done one lately, but I'll do one soon in the future. So I'll see you guys in Facebook in a little bit if you're on there. I'll message you right now, Marcus.